Psycho, huh? She must be worse than Left Eye from TLC or something.
Yeah, this fat bitch ain't burning. That ain't the cold part. She got a little sister named Baby D. I'm telling you, this fat bitch get physical. She sell dope, do hair, and babysit out the same house. The police don't know when to kick the door in. I got a restraining order on her fat ass, too.
Wait, you got a restraining order on a little girl named Baby D?
You don't know Baby D. You don't know, that's why you looking at me, because you don't know Baby D. Her fat ass be snoring and don't even be asleep, just standing. Fat little cupcakes and shit. This fat bitch know about all the new snacks for the hit all the bootleg snacks. The year 2000 snacks. Yeah, gonna tell me the other day, talking about Cupcake got a new Twinkie coming out next month. It's a bad motherfucker. When you bite into it, cream fill and shoot all in your mouth, glitter.
The RowdCAST contains adult languages, adult themes, and adult situations. Viewer discretion is advised.
No! No! No!
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I would just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know.
Ooh. That was Lizzie with Nothing Else Matters. That's a cover of fucking Metallica. I would have played Metallica, but they would probably sue me. Lars would already be on me if I played them, so I had to play a cover. But thought it was pretty badass. Welcome back to the motherfucking RowdCAST. This is the motherfucking 91st episode of the RowdCAST. I'm coming with motherfucking Trey Chamberlin. Welcome to the party, Mr. Trey Chamberlin. How are you doing?
Not too bad, man. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me around.
No problem, man. You contacted me about how to do this fucking podcast thing, and sounds like you already have a pretty good idea. So I'm glad that you wanted to sit down and do my podcast with me. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. I started listening to Rogan's podcast years ago, back in his early episodes.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was cool. I listened for a long time. Never really thought about doing my own until here recently. And then, I got the idea, did a couple, and found out about yours, and figured.
What gave you the boost to want to do it? Was there any real particular? Just listen to Rogan, or was it something that clicked? Or
a lot of it was listening to Rogan, but a lot of it was I felt like I had a lot to say about a lot of things that I couldn't really get out there. Just like on Facebook or Twitter, there was just a lot of bullshit going on that I really wanted to comment about.
Absolutely, man.
And I just thought, man, if I could get some people to listen to a podcast, what better way of free thought and free content than to do a podcast? Definitely.
Well, there's a lot of dumb fuckers out there because there's a lot of people listen to my podcast, so I can tell you there's people that want to listen. And it just depends. Yeah, it depends on it depends on the conversation. It's all about the person that you're talking to and you. Can you carry a conversation? Can you not? A lot of people don't get that about podcasting. They try to go all extravagant and shit with it, and you don't need to. You just keep it basic. The basic's the best.
Yeah, no, it's simple, free flow conversation. I mean, there's the best part about podcasting is it's unreserved, it's unfiltered. There's really no wrong way to go about it.
Absolutely,
you can sit down and have an intelligent conversation with somebody. You got yourself a podcast.
Yep, and it's
The most fun I had was sitting down and recording with people that I knew could have good conversation, that had something cool to say, and we sat down and recorded a couple, and it was a blast.
And it's sometimes it's awesome when you have somebody that may ask you. I'm not saying people do this a lot, but may ask you to do a podcast with you, and you're not really expecting too much, and then they're like, wow, man, that was really good. They actually did excellent, and. It is what it is.
I haven't done as many as you. You're in your 90s now. You're closing in on 100, and I've only done,
I'm closing in on fucking 3 years.
Less than 10, and but you seem like you're good at it. You got it figured out.
Somewhat. We're trying, man. This is a work in progress. we work nightly as we put this thing together. This little station that I have.
I'm glad I could be a part of one.
Hell yeah, man. Well, you're welcome here, fucking anytime. I really just met you in person tonight, but I could tell you're good vibes, you're good people, and it seems that you have some shit that you wanted to bring to the RowdCAST to the table.
Absolutely.
Good. That's what I like to hear. I'm here all night. So, what you got brewing over there? What are some of the things that you wanted to talk about with me tonight?
Well, I was gonna feed off of one of the podcasts I listened to on the way up here, on my drive up here tonight. I told you I listened to number 89 with you and Dan Lepley.
Yeah.
And you guys were talking about 9/11 and how Russia, still here 15 years later, is still doing research to figure out whether or not 9/11 is an inside job.
Absolutely.
And
they probably know. That's why they fucking hate us.
It's fascinating to me that, a decade and a half later, a country other than ours is still looking into this and figure out what the fuck is going on. And I think it's not only is it awesome that they're still looking into it, it's still a big deal, but what they found.
Yeah.
To be able to almost prove beyond a reasonable doubt that was a controlled demolition is, it speaks volumes.
But we're at this point now where it's past that. It's we're to the point now where we're laying facts down in front of people's face. Like this WikiLeaks shit has blown the shit wide open as far as Bernie Sanders. They're saying that they have evidence that they rigged it against Bernie Sanders for Hillary Clinton, that the Democratic Party did not want Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
this was all in leaked emails. And this come out. This is fucking fact. And people are still just like, oh, yeah, whatever. I'll vote for Hillary. Like, what? Hold on a second. Like, you just telling me they rigged the election. They've rigged the election, and this is still okay.
Just still, they only hear what they want to hear. You know, I can't believe that this has been. It's out there now that this is rigged. You know, your vote really doesn't matter as much as you thought it did, and yet motherfuckers are still going out every day and voting.
Absolutely, are pushing
not
other
every
people
day,
to
but
vote.
but you know, at the poll time, people go out and they vote like their vote matters.
Yeah,
and I just, you know, I can't help but notice every time I drive down the street, I see about 5 to 8 Trump signs for every one Hillary sign.
I agree,
and it's like. How are you going to explain that when Hillary wins this election?
Oh, dude, they'll have something up their fucking sleeve, dude.
I mean, those Clintons, they know how to do it.
Fuck yes, they do.
They know how to do it. They know how to run the system. If that was anybody else other than Hillary Clinton right there, it'd be in prison.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, absolutely. I mean, you or me, we would be in prison for treason. For sure. Treason, they'd call us some bullshit. They would say that we did all this shit.
They'd have us on a dozen counts.
Yeah. Yeah, but her, she slides by, and she continues to slide by, and she'll keep sliding by. Even if she's not the president, she'll be slide by, because I believe truly in my heart, and you can call me conspiracy theorist or thinking that I'm crazy, but I believe that the Clintons, they belong, that high society that you've always heard about, that elite, the top of the level, the people that are in charge of the world, or in charge of the countries that make things happen, they're part of that club, and I feel like that's why the things have come out, and they're no big deal, because, I don't think Donald Trump is. That's one thing I can say. I think Donald Trump's a fucking idiot.
I don't think he is either. I think he's an idiot for sure. And he does a lot of stuff that's way out there, but at least he's real. He's not.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't back him
as of late
100%, but
the system is about who can stack. It's a balance. It's a scale, and it's about who can stack the most amount of dollars on their side, and whoever stacks the most amount of money on their side comes out ahead.
Definitely.
It's a money race.
It is a money race, and they're all the money that they're making while they're doing it. It's like, that's the thing they were saying on something. It's probably Rogan or something I listened to, but they were saying about how much money they make to be the president. It's only like $400,000 a year or something like that.
It's not a crazy salary,
but it's like, no, it's not. But they're saying all the other money that you get from all the, I don't know if it's investing or what the fuck.
Well, no, a lot of it is speeches. There's a lot of money in giving speeches. Yeah. I heard that Hillary Clinton is getting upwards of $250,000 per speech. She gives I'm not talking debates. I'm talking about, private speeches. She's getting upwards of $250,000 for an hour-long speech.
It's amazing.
Which is unbelievable, and I just learned that.
Astronomical.
It's astronomical when you think about. I'm a hard-working guy. We both have blue-collar jobs, and
absolutely.
I don't even make $1,000 in a day, not even close.
No,
and that somebody can go out and talk for.
You make half of that in a day, and you're fucking in the money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And somebody has a speech written for them, by a professional bullshitter, and you can go out there and talk into a microphone and collect $250,000. I mean, what the fuck? Is there nothing better?
Sign
we
me
can
up.
drop money
Sign me
into?
up.
Yeah, sign me up. Is there nothing better we can drop $250,000 into than listening to Hillary talk for an hour? It's unbelievable.
It is. It really is, man. But like I said, I feel that it is rigged. And I feel like Hillary, it's still rigged. Even though that shit came out, they're still doing the same shit they were going to do. And as much as, like I said, I don't think Donald Trump should be the fucking president at all, not even close. I'd just rather vote nothing, or no confidence, they say. Because
I'd rather just not cast a vote. I mean,
I don't want to play a part in whoever destroys this country more than what's already going on.
I sure as hell wish that Gary Johnson had a shot in hell. Mm-hmm. But as days goes on, I realize
he says some stupid fucking shit though.
He does. He says some stupid fucking shit. But as days goes on, I realize that really no matter what he says or how good he does, that he's probably never going to have a shot, because they're never going to let him in the debates.
He's not in the system. That's
what
someone the other day.
He's not in the cool kids club.
Not at all. Someone said the other day that's what they're like. I was like, it was like family, which you never should talk politics with family, but I was like, I cannot believe that these two fucking people are running for the president. I said it's so sad that in our nation, a democracy, those are our only two choices. Those two. And they were like, there's other choices. I was like, Gary Johnson does not have a shot. I was like, he's not even allowed to go to the debates. He's not even allowed to be part of the fucking debate. Like, how the fuck you tell me he's got a chance? He ain't got no fucking chance. They won't even let him fucking. They only focus on two parties.
If you're
That's
not
the bullshit.
Focused on counterculture, or haven't done your research, you probably don't even know about Gary Johnson. I mean, it's
definitely not.
Because he's not out there on mainstream media. You got to really do your research to even know about Gary Johnson.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Well, that's the thing with the internet, though. Now the internet opens you. Like, if you're like connected to the right networks on the internet, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. If you're connected to the right channels, you start getting stuff that, like, oh, wait a second, how come they ain't talking about this shit on CNN?
Yeah,
like,
right.
all my sources are saying this shit's no good. Like, like, this is fucking weird.
I mean, there's other choices out there.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, but a lot of people have that direct pipeline now, and I think that's the kind of shit that fucking freaks the government out, because we can pass information, and it's like, well, you guys aren't screening this. That's the thing about this.
Right.
You're not filtering. Nobody's filtering this. I just turned this on live. That's the biggest reason that I do this live. So it's like if somebody came in and shot me in the face and was like, I mean, there's nothing that I say that's that important, but if someone came and shot me and killed me, it would be live on the air, and I fucking did it live. You know what I'm saying? There's something about being live and being able to say whatever you want. It's like nobody can come in. No one can do that Janet Jackson, when the tit popped out.
Yeah,
and they cut. That now everything's a 2-second delay. There's no fucking 2-second delay. I'm sure there is, but there
is. But it's a non-intentional 2-second delay.
Absolutely,
You might be 2 seconds behind, but you're gonna hear it.
But the craziest thing that's ever happened while I've been doing the show is I talked about this on the episode 2 when I had Megan. Meg Marie on. Like, dude, I straight tried for 2 hours and I could not get any. Everything was haywire. My shit would not load. This software that I use wouldn't even upload. It wouldn't turn on. It kept giving me a runtime error saying it. So I deleted it. I reinstalled it. It wouldn't reinstall. It gave me an error that it was reinstalling. Fucking the whole time I tried to have her on. So I ended up using my phone to record that episode.
Really?
Yeah, because I couldn't get things to work. I tried it on this computer too, and this computer fucked up. So I had to use my phone. The thing is, though, is like an hour after our episode was done, everything worked fine.
Megan comes along with some bad juju that messes with electronics because not only did her presence fuck up your computer and your system, but I don't know if she said it was on her drive out there or on her drive back, but do you remember her saying that her car caught on fire? Yeah. She passed a convoy, so some military convoy, and just minutes after passing, her car catches on fire. I mean, is that coincidence? Yeah.
They shoot that laser beam gun, bro. That's the thing. They got some gun, bro.
I don't know what they got.
No, they got this gun, bro. They've been working on it for a while. Dude, I heard about this a long time ago. See, they don't tell you about this shit. They have this gun that they can be like fucking 4 miles away or something, and it looks like the gun. I swear, it looks like the gun from Gladiators that they used to shoot the fucking Nerf cannons with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. And it's a fucking you don't see anything, but it has like a laser on it, and they can point it at like a truck, and they shoot this fucking laser beam out of it. You can't see it with your eyes. I'm pretty sure it's not like visible. They shoot, and it's like a ray of power or fucking radiation. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it'll blow up the engine. Like the car's driving and it just shuts. They're like, it shows them like shooting it from a helicopter or something, and they shoot it, and the car just fucking pops out, and
that doesn't surprise me a bit.
So that's this new ray that they can shoot. It's a ray. That's what they're saying. Like they were like, this is the future. And I seen this like years ago, and they said, yeah, so they can just shut down an engine. They could drop drones out of the sky. They could fucking do whatever they fucking got to do.
That doesn't surprise me a bit. And I mean, call me a conspiracy theorist, but I don't think it's a coincidence that Megan's car caught on fire when she's out there.
Probably not.
You know what I mean? That's wild.
It's just weird. But I know that's.
And then she comes here to talk to you about it. And
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. It's too much.
It's unbelievable.
It's too much of a coincidence. Like it really is. If it's something's that big of a coincidence, I don't know if it's really a coincidence. Could be just the fucking world. But dude, my one teacher used to tell me too, and I still believe this to this day. It was a technology teacher. She was like, a lot of times, this is in like high school, she was like, it was Mrs. Porter. I don't know if you ever Mrs.
Yeah,
Porter.
I remember Mrs. Porter.
Mrs. Porter used to tell us. I remember this. She said like there'd be people, or she at times in her life, like if she was like waiting to like do a paper, or there was like a deadline or something, and you waited to like the last minute or last day. You know, you always have problems, like your printer's acting up or something. Like you're right down to it, and there's fucking something like that goes wrong at the last minute, and then you're stressing. She was like, she believed that like your energy, because you're like so high energy and stressed out, that would interfere with the electronics, so that would fucking make them fuck up, and that's why you always had those problems. So she was like, just take your time. And it could have been her mojo.
That's pretty far out there.
I know, but hey, dude, I don't know.
I don't eliminate anything.
I don't either. You can do some crazy shit with your brain, man. You can do some real fucking crazy shit with your brain.
I think, energy, vibes, whatever you may call it, can have an effect on more than what you think. It can really bring a person down or change the situation a lot, depending on the kind of energy. So I mean that's a pretty far out there idea, but I think she's not going in the wrong direction.
No, I agree. What do you think about like healing, like the rock healing and shit like that? You ever see that? Like where they take like the rocks and they'll like pray in them and like hold them. I mean, this is really hippie shit. But they'll like hold these rocks. You've never seen this before. You never.
No, I've never heard of praying into rocks. But.
I'm not sure if Megan's into this or not. But I know there's a lot of people that are, and they believe that like if you. I mean, like, I've met people before. This was really wild out there, but they'd say if they'd be like, this guy, he holds a stone, these little gems they'd get, these, the ones you get at, like, the mines and shit, like when you go in the gift shop.
Right, yeah, the tourist attraction rocks. They took a rock out of the driveway and polished it, sold it for $5.
The gems that they give you and shit, like those, they'd have, like, a bunch of them, and they'd be like, oh, man, if he holds that one, that's the black one. If he holds that one, he puts, like, a supercharge in it, and when he gets it to you, it like makes you fall down. You like get shocked.
I believe that about the same as I believe those wristbands that you used to wear back in junior high, like that you break them. If you wear the black one and you break it, then you gotta have sex. But if you wear the yellow one and you break it, then you gotta kiss. I believe the stones are about the same.
Absolutely
on the same level. I don't think I believe in praying into stones.
No, I don't think that works. But hey, whatever, man. Whatever makes you feel good. I'm open to anything.
If somebody, if I were to be proved wrong, by all means.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can get on board with praying into rocks.
No, I can't. I don't. To me, it just doesn't. It's just, I don't know. Again, a lot of times when I see these rocks and they're like saying like the big name and they're like, it's this rock, it's this stone here. And I'm like, I don't, that's just, like I said, that's just a gem that you find at a gift store.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a fucking special rock that you found in your backyard. Like, I've seen 100,000 of those. The little turquoise rocks that you
any
have.
rock look like a gem if you polish it. You got a tumbling machine, stick it in there with some sand. It'll be polished in a matter of hours. You can make it look like a gem.
It'll look like glass.
Yeah, it'll look like glass, exactly.
Fucking, you ain't fooling me on none of that mojo, little funky shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. To talk about the pipeline, though, man, I was listening to, like I said, I was listening to you and Dan Lepley's conversation on the way up here today.
Yeah.
And you guys were getting into, the Dakota pipeline a little bit.
Yeah.
And you were talking about how anything mechanical like that, has a chance to malfunction and to break. And
it's going to. No, it's inevitable.
It's almost inevitable.
It's inevitable. It's going to leak at some time. It's going to spring a leak. Something's going to happen. That has to happen. Anything that's man-made.
It's happening all over the world right now. Like
you do roofs.
The Yellowstone River.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I do roofs. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Roof doesn't last forever.
Exactly. I could do the absolute best job that I possibly could, and that thing is still going to malfunction at some point in time.
It's a mechanic.
Yeah. So think about it. If you were to see somebody in a boat out in the middle of Lake Erie that had a 1-gallon jug of oil, crude oil, dumping it over the side of their boat. You'd be like, what a fucking asshole. You go over there to that guy and be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You're dumping oil into the lake. Mm-hmm. But think about it. I mean, that's 1 gallon. Think of a gallon jug. You're going to think somebody's an asshole for dumping a gallon jug. But and you're talking about thousands and potentially hundreds of thousands of gallons a day of crude oil spilling into a river that's somebody's fresh water supply. Somebody lives on that. Imagine that. When I think 100,000 gallons, I picture a milk jug, and I picture 100,000 of them all stacked up in a big box. And I just pictured somebody dumping the whole thing. And it's just like, that's incredible that somebody has the audacity to potentially do that to somebody's livelihood.
Yeah.
You're going to affect somebody's drinking water.
You know what they tell you? They tell you that it's but all the revenue, all the jobs that it creates, all the revenue. That's what someone told me. I was talking about fracking to him. It's a woman that worked for the fracking industry, and I asked her. I said, "Well, what about all these people that have had their water sources ruined and their cattle and their farms and shit fucked up, and you ruined their lives?" I didn't say you, but I was like, it ruined their lives. I said, "What about that?" She's like, "But you don't understand the job creation that it's causing, all the revenue that it's bringing in." I'm like, "I get it. Oil brings money." Like, I get what you're saying, but you're not answering the question. You just keep talking about money. That's all she kept saying. I was like, okay, well, that's exactly how I thought this conversation might go. Like, I was trying to be unbiased as possible, but I was like, I don't think you get understand. And she's like, oh, once in a while a train pops off the tracks and, some shit might spill, but we clean it up. It's
but I mean, there's certainly more to life than money,
Definitely.
And
job creation.
You were talking about
enough fucking jobs.
The BP oil spill, that you don't hear about anymore. So many years ago, and you don't hear about it anymore.
Shit's
but
still
all
fucked.
the people that
are pissed,
still affected by that.
They're pissed.
Their careers were ruined. People that whose careers were dependent on that fresh water or that cattle or that ground,
the whole coast.
Ground, the whole coast. And those people are probably still affected to this day, but you don't hear about it.
Absolutely.
And those are lives ruined.
Yeah.
And it's a shame.
It is really a goddamn shame, man.
I was, years ago, and I'm a big Rogan fan. Years ago, I watched one of Rogan's stand-up specials where the introduction hit home to me, and he kind of looked at the Earth from an alien's perspective. And he said, if I was in a plane and I was flying over Earth for the first time, I had never been here before, I'm a visitor, and I'm flying over an ocean, and it's beautiful, and it's fresh water, and it's all blue and green, and then all of a sudden I come upon Los Angeles, and he looks at that as like mold on a sandwich. It's just it's smoking, and it's got pus flowing out of it, and it's just it's just nasty, and it's foggy, and there's just smog everywhere. He looks at you look at that as like mold on a sandwich. And we're kind of like the mold, and we just expand and we grow, and we just continue to destroy the earth that is that metaphorical piece of bread, and we just overcome it, and it just continues.
The thing is, though, I highly believe, I'm not like one of those people that's like a doomsday prepper or the end is near or fucking, but I truly believe we are way due for a catastrophe, and we're gonna see something like of magnitude that we've never seen. We're going to see, and I mean, a lot of shit leans towards meteors, something hitting the earth, or a giant, I mean, we're not talking an earthquake, we're talking a fucking earthquake, like, massive, that's fucking going to put a bunch of shit underwater, ruin a bunch of shit, tidal waves, fucking tsunamis, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly
think
wouldn't
we're
be
very
surprised if that happens in our lifetime, maybe not apocalypse that everybody thinks of when no, because a lot of movies
but you could fucking have like you could have a 1/8 of the earth wiped out
absolutely
by
you
something
could have
like that,
very very huge natural disaster. You know what I mean? It may not be the apocalypse that you see in movies, it may not be what you see in the movie 2012, but it could very well wipe out a lot of people, and it's certainly possible in our lifetime.
I think we could. I think I just think we've been cruising for a while with we see some pretty bad natural disasters, but we've been cruising for a while, and we're due for a big one.
Yeah, we're on a positive streak.
Yes, for a long time. And if you ask a lot of people, they talk about the San Andreas Fault. They're saying that's fucking ticking time bomb. They were saying they don't even know if it's years, that it could be less than that.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker blows. That one's in trouble. If there's a volcano under Yellowstone, that blows, we're dead. That'd kill everyone in Ohio. That's how big of a fucking explosion. And I don't think it would be an explosion.
The earth would be covered. They say for several years.
Yeah,
in smoke.
It's not even the explosion. It's the fucking smoke and the fucking ash that it just blacks out the sun.
The ash that's going to fall for years.
Yep,
after
years.
After
it rains ash for years. That's what happened with the dinosaurs. They said.
Yeah.
Said years it fucking rained ashes And I mean, I think hundreds of years. Yeah.
But to think about that, hundreds of years on the scale of the Earth really is nothing.
No,
it
nothing.
Just ain't shit.
Nothing at all.
Hundreds of years is such a little blip
nothing.
on the map.
Like you said, we're the mold. We're nothing.
We're absolutely
a blimp.
nothing.
Yeah, we're a piece of sand in the galaxy, dude. We're nothing. We're a grain. It's wild, man. We live in a crazy, crazy time. One thing I wanted to show you. What do you think about this whole clown thing?
Ooh, the clown thing. I'm kind of glad it's dying off now.
Yeah. Is it dying off? Is it?
I don't know. I haven't seen as much of it as I did there for weeks, but I mean, I feel like a lot of it, I would say probably the biggest percentage of the clowns are people that read about it on the internet and decided, we're going to make a joke. We're going to go out and we're going to get clown costumes and we're going to go out and fuck with people. Yeah, I think that's the biggest majority of it. It was kind of like a fad, but...
Well, I got one for you here. This may change it. This was in Vice. This was about a week ago. Police in Sweden say a man in a clown mask has officially drawn first blood by stabbing a teen in the shoulder and fleeing on foot. The Guardian reports the Swedish clown stabbing comes in the wake of some other evil clown sightings in the area. A woman told Swedish police that 2 clowns threatened to kill her earlier that week. She was extremely frightened, a spokesperson told the cops. The evil clown hysteria started simply enough with a few kids in South Carolina, reported a Pennywise type lurking in the woods near an apartment complex. When the news went viral, the inarguably stupid idea to dress up as a scary clown to spook kids went viral. But yeah, somebody got stabbed a kid in the shoulder and took off running. What a dick.
I knew that it's inevitable that somebody was going to
somebody
take it too far.
Fuck yeah, there's some crazy fuckers out there.
A lot of the clowns that people are seeing out there locally, like here in Ohio, I heard about it in Norwalk and surrounding cities. I think a lot of it is just people probably trying to go out there and fuck with people,
Oh, definitely.
And just make a name for themselves
definitely,
or whatever.
Man.
But no doubt that there's definitely some clowns out there that are actually going to fuck with you. It's pretty wild. It's a bad time to be in the clown business. How would you like to be a legit clown?
No, sucks for you, dude.
They're really trying to go out there and make kids laugh. It's like, you're fucking...
Yeah, that sucks.
You're shut down.
It's like, that's my livelihood. And
clown
nobody's hiring clowns because they're fucking creeping in everybody's windows and peeing on their porches.
Yep.
I got to take a piss, man. What, you hold it down for a second?
Boat.
Okay, will you hold it down for a second? Then I'll hold it down.
Tell
them your fucking life story, Trey. Tell them who you are, why you came to the RowdCAST.
Make it quick, man, because I got to piss when you're done.
I will. I know.
Oh, man. I don't know what to do when Rowdy's not here. I'm going to have to hold it down for him. I started to try to do my own podcast here a few months ago, and I recorded a couple episodes, and I haven't made it as far as Rowdy has here, as far as getting on Spreaker and iTunes, but I've definitely sat down with some interesting people over the last few months, had some really good conversations, and hopefully if I can get some time in my busy schedule here in the future, I can get these uploaded. I've sat down with some awesome people that I actually enjoy listening to them myself, and I'm a part of the conversation, so I'd really like to get these out there and posted and get these on iTunes, but things are so busy right now that I hardly have time to comb my hair in the morning, so I'm really struggling to get the podcast out there.
Good job.
Thank God Rowdy's a hard pusher. He's a hard pusher.
That was a long pee too. I had to go.
That was quick, man. It felt like an eternity for me.
I'm the worst host ever. I'm the first one to piss. I'm like a fucking schoolgirl. I can't hold.
That's the first thing I talked about with people when they came to sit down with me. I'm like, make sure you piss first. I know we're drinking beers.
I never tell anyone. I never tell anyone that. I need that. I just learned something from you.
I
never tell everyone's like, I gotta pee. I'm like, I gotta pee too. Fuck.
At the top of every page, I had written, make sure this guy pisses first. Make sure you talk to him about this and talk to him about this, and just make sure everybody goes piss first, because somebody's going to be doing it solo when
you have to. It's only, especially if you're sitting down for a couple hours, something you're going to have to go to the bathroom. That's fucking, it's inevitable.
I'm halfway through this beer. I'm probably going to be making my way out there.
Hey man. What else do we have here on the old merry-go-round that we call the RowdCAST? Oh, this is a great one. Did you see, I had this story a while back. I mean, this is I want to say a year ago. I don't know. Maybe not. Time flies when you're fucking getting old, kids. But this guy, this sounds like the craziest story ever. This is a true story. Fucking guy gets pulled over. He fucking cop sees a plastic baggie or something that's got some shit in it. Fucking arrests him, takes it, says it's methamphetamine, sends it to a lab. They test it. They test positive for methamphetamines. The guy fucking swears to God that fucking it's glazed from a Krispy Kreme donut. That he eats Krispy Kremes every day, and that it's glazing. And they fucking they're about to throw him in jail, and they test it again, and they confirm that it's not fucking crystal meth, that it is fucking glazed from a donut. They set him free, and now he's suing all those motherfuckers. He's suing the cops. He's suing the fucking lab that tested him. Fucking straight up swear to God, dude.
No shit. I haven't heard about this story, but okay, how does a Krispy Kreme glaze come up as methamphetamines in its in the first place? That's
the biggest problem. That lab should be shut down.
What's this dude doing with
put somebody in prison for that shit?
Was this baggie tied up? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know.
Was it a little dime bag filled with some glazing?
Something about the passenger floor. There was glaze, and they were saying it was like crystal meth shards or something. It's glazed on crispy. I swear to God, I
haven't heard about that.
I swear that's real.
It doesn't surprise me.
I swear to God, that's a real story.
It doesn't surprise me a bit, and I hope he wins everything.
I do too. That's what I said, dude. As soon as I read that, because the first thing was just about how he got busted and then acquitted, and then it tested positive, and I was like, oh, that motherfucker's got a lawsuit. I was like, that motherfucker's gonna sue him for everything they got. And then I read that tonight, and I was like, yup.
I don't know. I feel like that was probably planted. You know what I mean? If they tested it the first time, it's methamphetamine.
Well, and it really have anything tested.
I don't think you can have a false positive for methamphetamine. Can you?
I don't know.
I don't think you could.
I don't know much about testing methamphetamine. I don't do that in my day job.
But I highly doubt that you can scrape some.
I've seen a lot of places
and get a methamphetamine
I don't think
positive.
So either. I've seen a lot of places where meth's been made, though. Tell you that.
Yeah, well, being a home inspector, I'm sure you did. I mean,
oh my God,
I worked at a home remediation company.
Oh,
they did
fire
flood and mold,
yeah,
and a
terrible.
lot of it was abandoned homes. And yeah, we came across a lot of grow rooms.
Yep,
I've seen
a lot of those.
A lot of grow rooms. There was some meth labs, with some obvious stuff left behind.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those. A lot of fucking grow rooms, dude. I've seen all kinds of fucking rigs, dude, where you pull a lever, you pull like a rope, and the door flies open in a fucking crawl space and shit. Yeah,
I've never seen any of that. I've seen
some rigs.
Being in construction and stuff, I came across some abandoned houses and some grow rooms.
Oh, bro, dude, you've seen this shit that I've seen, homie. It fucking warp your brain.
Yeah, I'm sure as a home inspector, you probably see more than I do. There's been times I did,
man, the people are the fucking freaky ones, dude. They scare the shit out of me.
We came across some people stealing the copper out of the basement of a house. We went
Really?
into a house one time to remediate, and we were supposed to put a new water heater and this and that in this house, and a couple nignogs down in the basement fucking just ripping out copper wire as we were are we interrupting you? Oh, and they fucking hurried up, made up an excuse, and got the fuck out of there.
They just leave all the copper laying
there?
Yeah. They just left them all.
They were the plumbers or something, you know what I mean? Supposedly, but yeah.
Why are you guys taking it all apart? You're supposed to be putting it together, you fuckheads. Why is it all cut into pieces?
And they were at a loss for words, They hurried up and got the fuck out of there. But yeah, we walked in on them stealing copper out of this house. It was about 2 years ago. Me and my buddy Anthony, we went into a house to do a roof job up in Cleveland. On the bad side of Cleveland, and I just happened to look off the back side of this roof, and I saw some purple hair. All I could see was some hair. I just saw, and there was a deck in the back, and I'm like, I wonder what the fuck's going on down there. So I walk around, and there's a fucking lady laying there on the back deck of this house.
You think she fell off the roof?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's cold. I'm wearing a hoodie and I'm still cold. It's like pretty cold out, and it's early in the morning.
You said her hair on the roof?
No, this is on the deck. This is on the back.
I thought you seen the hair on the roof and then her on the deck. I was like,
no.
What the fuck are you doing on the roof?
I looked over the edge of the roof. I saw nothing but hair on the deck until I climbed down the ladder. I went back there, and there was a lady laying there. And I'm telling you, it was cold outside, man. And I'm thinking, well, this is maybe just a crackhead or something. I don't know what this is, but this lady climbed up on this deck to fall asleep back here. Maybe she's homeless, maybe we'll help her out. And we walked up to her, and I kind of nudged her a little bit, and she didn't move, and I nudged her a little bit harder, and I realized she's stiff as a brick, and this turns out this lady was dead. She was stone cold dead on the back porch of this house that we were putting a roof on. The house had been abandoned for a while. The bank was paying us to put a new roof on it. And, found a stone-cold dead lady right on the back porch of this house. I swear to God.
You never know, dude.
Didn't even really know who to call. I'm like, you call 911? This isn't an emergency.
You knew she was dead?
Yeah, I knew she was dead.
Was she frozen, or was she just dying?
She wasn't frozen, but, we nudged her really hard a couple times, and when you nudged her, it wasn't like her arm just moved. We nudged her arm, but the whole body moved. You know what I mean? Yeah, she was stiff.
She was
really stiff, and I was like, well... She's either dead or she's close to it.
She had purple hair, too?
She had purple hair.
How old was she?
She had to be mid-40s, I would say.
So she was still living the crazy road.
It was probably an overdose. We never did really get the feedback on what the cause of death was, but the ambulance kind of showed up and they hauled her off just as quick as they showed up, and they acted kind of like it was a normal thing up there in Cleveland. They didn't act like it was a big deal. There was no
find dead bodies.
There was no crime scene tape.
No.
There was no
scrape them off the concrete, throw them in the bag, fucking
put her on a stretcher and rolled out. They said, "Okay,
we got about 4 more to pick up on the way back to the morgue."
Yeah,
it's probably right.
It was wild, man,
dude. This didn't happen to me. This is a guy that I worked with, but he told me this one time. I was asking about shit like that. Like, I've come upon some weird shit, dude. I don't know if I've ever told my story about the kid. I might have to tell it tonight. But what he told me is that one of the craziest things that ever happened to him, he used to work in Pittsburgh, and he used to go around. That's kind of what he did, is restoration. He'd go, like, check properties, make sure they're okay, make sure they're not, people aren't breaking in, make sure everything's working or the water's all still turned off. He used to do that, and he said he'd go in these like lower income houses, and he said he would go really early in the morning and try to get through them really quick because they were bad fucking areas. And he said one time he went in one and it was fucking icebox and all heat is off. He's walking through, he like walks through the house, goes down to the basement, going to look at the water heater or the main water or something like that with his flashlight. It's pitch dark in this house. He said he goes across the floor, he sees fucking some turds, and they're fucking human shit on the floor, and it's steaming. It's steaming.
It's fresh?
Yeah, dude.
I'm getting the fuck
out. Dude, that's what he said. He's like, oh, fuck. He said, like, in his head, he was just like, fuck. And he's like, hey, anybody that's in here, just want to let you know, I'm just here to do a job. I'm going to be in and out. Fucking, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to fuck with you. I'm just going to go look at my thing, and I'm getting out of here. He said, didn't ever see anybody, didn't hear nothing. Fucking rolled out as fast as possible. I was like, man, what the fuck?
That's creepier than anything happening.
Yeah, it is.
I think I'd rather find the dead lady than find the steaming pile of poop.
And it's pitch dark in the house.
It is pitch dark? Oh, that's creepy. I don't think I would have finished my job.
But he said it was definitely human shit. He said it wasn't animal or dog or anything.
I would have for sure been out of there. I don't think I would have finished the job.
I don't either.
That's way creepier than finding the dead person.
I'll come back when the lights out.
Right.
And a fucking 45 in my hand.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
you find some wild things depending on the industry.
Oh, you want to hear? You want to hear? This is my best one. I don't think I've ever told this. This is the perfect time for it.
Why don't you hold it down and tell it while I go take a piss?
So my craziest story happened. And I may have told this on here before. Who fucking knows? I can't even remember what I did yesterday. So I'm going. I do a home inspection. Show up at the house, and. The night before, the guy buying the house calls me and says, hey, I need you to, I want 2 things. He said, 1, I want you to make sure you document all the damage that the upstairs resident is doing to the home. He's tearing the home apart. I want that documented. I said, okay. And he said, the other thing is there's this funky smell in this house. It's so funky. He's like, if you could figure out what the hell that smell is, I'd really appreciate it. I'm thinking, fuck, what the fuck is this? So I go. So I figure there's somebody in the house that's doing something. So I get there. There's a woman answers the door. She says, "Oh, how's it doing?" Blah blah blah. I said, "Yeah, I'm going to do a home inspection." I said, "I'm going to go outside." Blah blah blah. I'll come inside. So anyways, I do my thing. I come inside. I say, "Okay, I'm going to start upstairs." And she goes, "Okay," and she just kind of steps back. She's acting really weird. I say, "Is it okay if I go upstairs?" And she's like, "Yeah, but my son's up there." And I said, "Okay, does your son know I'm coming?" She goes, "Yeah, he knows." And I said, well, is it okay if I go up and start in the upstairs with your son? And she goes, yeah, go ahead. So I'm like, that's strange. This is very weird interaction that I'm having with this lady. So I go upstairs. And mind you, I have the person that's buying the house, his father's with me. So I go up, start looking through the upstairs. I'm looking for the attic, to get up in the attic to check that out first. So I go into the one room to the right. There's no one in there. The house is disgusting. Very, very dirty. I'm like, there's no access in there. So I go into the left room. There's this kid. There's a mattress laid in the middle of the floor, and there's a kid sprawled on the mattress. And I ask him, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, I didn't say it like that, but I'm like, hey, you know, what are you doing here? And he gets up, and he just, like, starts throwing things. He, like, starts slamming everything. He's, like, throwing his shirt on. He's, like, grunting. He's, like, looking at me.
How old is this kid?
Like, 18, 19 years old.
Oh, he's old. Okay.
Yeah, he's not, like, young kid. He's old enough.
I'm picturing a young kid.
But anyways, I didn't tell you that, though. Like, as I go upstairs, the carpet's ripped up. There's holes punched in all the walls. Like, stab marks and, like, everything in the wall. And, so I'm like, okay, this kid's acting fucking really crazy. You know, I didn't say, who the fuck are you? I was just like, hey, man, I'm gonna, you know, I'm here to check out the house. He's like, so then he gets all his stuff on. He starts walking past me. He starts screaming. He's like, Mom, this guy's up here going through all my shit. He's stealing everything. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? I was like, I'm not stealing nothing. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, Mom, he's going through all my jewelry, dude. He's going through my jewelry. He's stealing all my shit. And his mom, like, comes running, and she's like, she don't even say nothing to me. She's like, get down here, shut up. He's doing his job. Leave him alone. He's not doing anything wrong. I'm like, ma'am, I'm not doing anything. He's like, call the police. He's robbing us blind. This son of a bitch, he's robbing us blind. I'm like, what?
The fuck?
Yeah, dude, this kid is fucking mentally batshit crazy. And his grandmother's house that him and his mom were living in. And his grandmother's laying on her bed, on her deathbed. She's, like, shivering. Like, as I'm doing the inspection, I have to go into her room and check her room out while she's laying there in the bed, and she's crying, telling me how much she hates her grandson and he ruins everything, and that he's destroying her house.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And fucking 3 cops. They end up calling the cops. 3 cop cars come, and they fucking get him, and they take him away. And they didn't say a word to me. They come in, they don't say they don't say anything. And I was just so crazy.
And they just take him away?
Yeah.
I missed out on the first part of the story. I was in the bathroom. But
yeah. It was just the most weirdest fucking thing.
That dude had something going on upstairs.
But and then the smell, they were asking me if I could figure out what the funky smell in their house was. Yeah, he was definitely mentally challenged. He was like screaming at his mom, telling her he's going to punch her in the face. He's like, when I come back, I'm going to hit you. But I was like, I recorded a bunch of it. I don't know what happened to that. Yeah. I recorded it because he was like, that fat motherfucker up there. And I'm like, I got my video out. I'm like, I'm recording you. He's like, that fat fucker, fuck you. He's like, stealing all my shit. I was like, I'm not stealing anything, man. I was like, you're being recorded. Fucking,
that's wild, man.
Fuck yeah,
that's
dude.
Wild,
but yeah, that's the kind of job, dude. When you're doing this kind of work and you're contracted and going places.
When you're a contractor, you go into big cities and you go into strange homes. You're gonna run into some shit that you never thought you would see. Yeah. There's some times where, like I said, I've gone in, I found people stealing shit. I found a dead lady on a back deck. Yeah. I've gone into homes that people were still living in where there's nothing but shit on the floor. People living in their own shit. Dog shit, cat shit, human shit. I mean, obviously that
it burns your eyes. Like
it's just
the most
stagnant. It's just stagnant, and it's like, how do these people live here? And it's surprising that there's a lot of people that live like that.
Oh,
it's
definitely.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Definitely, man. Speaking of crazy, how people live, this one is a great one. Let's just read the headline for you there. Homeless woman carrying skull on stick leads police to body. Happy Halloween. Authorities in Sacramento, California said a homeless woman led them to a decomposed body after she was walking down the street carrying a human skull on a stick. Now, whatever decisions you made in your life to be walking around the street carrying a human skull on a stick, you fucked up. Sergeant Bryce Heinlein told KTXL that the woman said she had found the skull and led them to an abandoned homeless camp a couple blocks away. Police discovered the body at the site. Authorities are searching the areas for clues in 2 days. One man, identified as Philip, told the station that he had seen a homeless woman walk by for years and that he knew the location where the skull and the body were found. So what, they knew this for years? I don't get this. What the fuck? Fuck this story. I'm sorry if my voice, I'm starting to crack a little bit. Sometimes once I smoke some dope and shit, I get a little phlegmy in my throat, motherfuckers, if you know what I'm saying.
So this lady's walking around with a skull on a stick, and catches the police attention. She leads into her body.
Somebody seen her carrying a skull on a stick, just twiddling the skull around in her hand, having a good old day. And they freaked out, and she fucking said there's been a body.
That's
there
just an average day. If
Pretty
you're walking
much.
around twirling a skull on a stick.
Dude, have you ever heard of fucking Anthony Soule?
No.
Oh, dude. You know, I think they call him the Cleveland Strangler.
I've heard of the Cleveland Strangler. I don't know
think
what
it's
his
the
name
same.
is.
I don't know. It
Maybe I'm living under a rock here. I don't know.
This dude lived on the east side of Cleveland, and he took all these girls that smoke. I think it was all girls, crackheads. He'd take them back to his house, and as soon as he'd get them inside, he'd turn the door, lock the door, and just fucking go after them, start biting them, strangling them, fucking kill them. He had I want to say he had 11 bodies inside his house, and they were just laying around on the floor, he was cooking dinner. There was one sitting at the kitchen table. He would cook his meals, and the house stunk so bad that there was a little Middle Eastern convenience store across the street from him. All the people would go in there and they'd make fun of the Middle Eastern couple. They'd say, "Your place stinks so bad. You guys stink so fucking bad." Yeah, and they were like,
"No, little do they know there's some decomposing ladies across the street."
There was 10 or 11 bodies in his fucking house, dude. He had a bucket of just human bones in his crawl space. He had been doing this for a while, dude.
Rowdy, these are just the stories that we know about.
I know.
Can you imagine how many
shit
there
that
are
goes on?
Shit that we don't know about that have never been caught?
Yeah.
How many people are out there right now?
Never
strangling
been,
women,
living in a house full of dead people.
Living in a house full of dead people.
Yeah,
there's got to be.
Shit's real, dude.
You know we haven't found them all. There's so many of them out there still that are living like that.
Oh, dude, it scares the shit out of me. That's what freaks me the fuck out, man.
It's crazy, man.
It really freaks.
There's shit out there like that we have no clue about. It's still going on.
Yeah, and it'll continue to fucking go on.
It will, for sure.
Did you see? This one, have you ever had a ghost chili before?
No, but I've watched a lot of videos online of people eating the ghost.
See, I've had a salsa that had an extract. I mean, what is an extract, you know? And it was really hot, but it wasn't. It was it's pretty fucking hot,
right?
But yeah, this dude, I just seen this article where this guy he had to undergo emergency surgery. The fucking pepper burnt a fucking hole in his esophagus.
Yeah, I heard this one.
Dude,
I definitely heard this one. It doesn't surprise me.
He ate a hamburger with a ghost chili pepper puree on the hamburger. Suffered severe abdominal pain, leading to the admission to a hospital. Doctors found a hole in his esophagus 2.5 centimeters long, which necessitated emergency surgery and 23 days in the hospital, bro. That's the thing. These kids, you fuck around, kids. You fuck around, and you think it's all fucking fun and games. Oh, I'm going to eat something fucking hot. What's the worst thing could happen? You're in a fucking surgery and a hospital for 30 days.
You could have a hole in your esophagus. That's the worst case scenario.
That's fucking
Is that bad
crazy.
enough for you?
That's crazy.
You're going to have emergency surgery? I've seen a lot of girls do the ghost pepper,
really?
The ghost chili pepper
the one,
challenge.
Did you see the one where the girls are crying?
Yeah.
I played that.
Two girls, one girl really went overboard and was way over
up.
dramatic
Fucked
about
her
it.
life up.
Fucked her whole life up. She was puking. She was puking and shit. Oh my god. I could just imagine. Yeah, she was way over dramatic about it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, Albite, you're gonna get me high in the middle of this podcast.
Hey man, this is what we do here. The ghost chili pepper was thought to be the hottest chili in the world at 1 million. I think that's 1 million. 1 million Scoville heat units. It suppressed. Why does it say it was that? The ghost chili was thought to be the hottest. Why does it say that? It surpassed the Carolina Reaper in 2013.
Yeah, see, I've heard of the Carolina Reaper being the hottest. I mean,
I
wouldn't fuck with either one of them. But.
Fuck no, dude. You see the dude vape the fucking Carolina Reaper?
Yeah, I saw it.
Shit's fucking terrible.
He packed it in a bomb.
Damn. Joe Rogan was watching that one. I didn't watch that one.
And that dude choked out, and the video cut out before you could really see the end result. But, that dude looked like he was having a rough time. smoked a ghost pepper.
Would you be cool if you could just live on a train all day and fucking travel around? And that's how you lived?
No, I don't think so.
You wouldn't dig that?
No, I got to get outdoors.
Yeah.
I got to get on my feet.
This one I found was this guy. He is accused of having nearly $7,000 in train vouchers. The police said the credit card was used to buy the vouchers or the credit card he used to buy them were stolen. But what he did is he lived on an Amtrak train for fucking I want to say years. And he would just hide and shit and go city
just
to
hop
city.
from train to train and
Yep.
just hop city to city.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. And he just rode around sleeping, fucking riding trains, bro.
That's one way to do it.
It's fucking nuts.
That's one way to live.
That's fucking nuts, man. Yeah, I would. I don't know.
I mean, I can imagine you'd see the world. Speaking of seeing the world, I heard, like I said, I was listening to you and Lepley's on the way up here, and to kind of go back to it. Speaking of seeing the world, I had a conversation recently with a buddy of mine who's in the military, and I won't say his name, but he was over in Iraq. He spent a solid tour of duty and then some. Or not Iraq, Afghanistan. My mistake. It's Afghanistan, not Iraq.
Yeah.
He was in Afghanistan, and he said that one of his primary jobs over there was to burn down marijuana fields. You just torch them, basically flamethrower to the field, and burn them down, and to protect the poppy fields. And he said they would take shifts and spend 12-hour shifts protecting the poppy plant, and we're talking hundreds of acres of poppy plant. And he told me this, when he came back, and he said that we weren't allowed to touch it. He said all we were allowed to do, we didn't know anything, is we weren't allowed to let anybody in. And it was it kind of hit me like, why would we, as Americans and as soldiers, why would we protect the poppy plant? And I mean,
Big Pharma.
Big Pharma? Can you imagine?
That's Christ. That's the price.
Heroin is such a big industry right now.
Fuck,
And it brings billions of dollars into the U.S. Heroin does, and it all spawns from the poppy plant.
Absolutely.
And
all the plant, Percocet, OxyContin, all those the big ones for when you're really sick, when you really need the stuff. The one that gets everybody hooked, that shit is all pure opium.
And I'm not saying that we support heroin, but we definitely support big pharma and all this big pharma, all these, like you said, Percocets, Opanas, all this stuff, OxyContin, all this stuff that's opiate based is all coming from the poppy plant. And we'd be stupid not to protect it, right?
Well, that's the thing. Marijuana would be legal right now, and it would be legal in every state. It would be legal across the board in our country if it wasn't for big pharma. If there wasn't so much money invested inside and alcohol too. The alcohol industry, Anheuser-Busch and shit, they're pushing hardcore against marijuana legalization.
Yeah, and it's sad. And I've heard that Monsanto is doing that now because Bayer and Monsanto merged, right? And am I right in saying that, or do you?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Monsanto and
Bayer bought Monsanto. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so they didn't merge. Bayer took over.
Bayer bought
so
it.
Bayer's got this multi-million-dollar campaign against medical marijuana.
Yep.
I mean, you can only imagine.
What I've heard though is what I'm reading now, and again, the crazy shit I read, who fucking knows? But this would make sense. Is that what they're doing right now is what Bayer, because that's Bayer purchased Monsanto, and what they're working to do is they want to be the number one distributor of marijuana. They're going to fucking take over, and they're going to distribute fucking marijuana. They're going to do the growing, and it's Bayer, so you know that you can trust Bayer, and they're going to give you the marijuana. Isn't that fucked up? That's
fucked up.
That's what I was reading, bro.
Because everything that I've heard is Bayer has billions of dollars out there to shut down the medical marijuana industry because it's killing the big pharma business.
Absolutely, and it will continue to.
And there's
we don't need
there's the
pills.
CFO of Pfizer. All these guys, all these big dogs are fighting medical marijuana. If that doesn't shine a light on the benefits of a medical marijuana.
Well, I've said this probably 1,000 times, but it goes back to the thing, like, we shouldn't even be having this conversation. There shouldn't even be an argument. There shouldn't even be like, well, what, was it legal or is it not legal? It didn't matter.
I agree.
It's a plant. It's a plant. It doesn't fucking matter.
It literally grows out of soil.
If tobacco can be grown and sold in any store, and cigarettes can be manufactured, can be made, chemicals can be put into them, if that shit can be sold, if that shit right there, if the booze can be sold, there's no reason marijuana shouldn't be on every shelf and be able to be sold. There's no argument you can throw out there. So it's amazing that still the government and the DEA keeps fighting and will not take it off a Schedule 1 drug. It's flabbergasting, and that's where it goes back to that thing. That's why things need to change, because we have all the facts here. Again, this is the day of the internet. We know all the facts. All the people know. Let the people vote. Like, can we vote because we're supposed to vote and choose everything? Let us vote. And every time that we do, there's some kind of clause or something happened where no. Did you see that one thing in Florida where 50% of the people voted for legalization of marijuana or whatever? They said, "Oh, we need to have 64%." You had to have 64% for that.
No, I didn't see it, but I mean,
it was like 50. It was like 53% of the people voted, and they're like,
so
"Oh,
over
that
half?
only passed. That only passed if you had 60%." Yeah, and it's like, what?
Oh yeah, and if 60% voted, they'd call
look
it
that
70.
shit up. That shit really happened. I remember that.
I mean, am I wrong in saying that over 50% should be a majority vote, right? If you're 51-49, that's a majority vote.
That's what I'm saying. Let the people fucking speak. Yeah. Let them fucking,
Like you said, we shouldn't even be having this conversation in the first place. I mean,
if I can
take a seed and stick it down in the ground with my index finger and something's going to grow from it, and you're going to tell me that's illegal,
absolutely,
you're fucked.
Absolutely.
You're fucked.
Absolutely. And because it goes right back to if you can grow something in your backyard that you could take when you have cramps and you have your period and you feel good, no way. Not allowed. There's a multi-million-dollar business that's meant that when you have period cramps, you buy Midol.
Right.
Midol works. Yeah. Midol always does it. Why? Because it's fucking Midol. It's like, no. I don't want Midol. I want that shit.
Right.
I take a couple hits.
Relax my anxiety.
Yep.
I'm
gonna do three things at once.
Yeah.
I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna take my cramps away. I'm gonna take my headache away. I'm gonna take 3 puffs off that shit. I'm gonna sit in my chair and I'm gonna fucking veg out and I'm gonna feel fantastic.
And I'm gonna enjoy South Park more than I ever had
absolutely.
before.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus and fucking be zoned out to South Park more than it's ever been in my life.
I'm probably gonna eat more cupcakes than I've ever ate before in my life, but that's a part of it.
Hey man, you gotta do.
I get the munchies more than anybody, man. Do you get the munchies really bad when you smoke?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
yeah.
I will.
Not as much as I used to. When I was
ungodly
younger,
amount of food.
When I was younger, I used to be fucking terrible, dude. I'd be like, just fucking.
I still am. I mean,
someone's snack cabinet, they'd be like, dude, fucking quit eating all my shit. And be like, fuck you.
If I have a snack cabinet, it's not going to last long. I get the munchies worse than anybody, man. It's crazy.
Did you see this thing with? I don't know if I'll be able to find it. With CNN, where the guy was on CNN talking about Hillary, and he said something. Oh, the WikiLeaks that just dropped. He said, that WikiLeaks thing that just dropped. He goes, it starts talking about it, and they're like, and it just the screen goes like the normal color, like the colors when you lose your signal. They're like, oh, that is crazy. Must have just went out on him. Oh well, maybe we can get him later. And then he goes like to the other guy, and like it's so fucking. I gotta find it here. It's so fucking like, I mean, to a T. Like it had to have they planned it. Like they cut it out because they didn't want him to talk anymore. And it's like, dude, this is our media. There it is. This is our media. This is who we're trusting to tell us, keep things fair and balanced. I think that's Fox News shit, and Fox News is definitely not fair and balanced.
Isn't that the opposite of what the media does now?
Yeah. Let's see if I can get this. I gotta pee again. I've peed every 30 minutes. So let's keep it up.
Well, you're drinking 2 to my every 1.
Well,
so.
I'm fucking down to do it, brother. You're in the fucking house tonight. Motherfucker, we got like 40 people listening to this motherfucker.
What do you think Donald Trump needs to do to come out on top? Well, on the character issue, the public, 2/3 or more of the public knows that Hillary Clinton's a liar. She can't be trusted. And now the two faces of Hillary Clinton are coming out. The fact, through WikiLeaks, that she says one thing and...
Oh, no. All right, let's see if we can get Congressman Collins back. Obviously, we just lost his satellite feed. That sucks.
So the second this guy mentions WikiLeaks, there's a technical error, malfunction in the camera the second this guy mentions WikiLeaks. That's kind of interesting. Rowdy's taking a piss right now. I'll take over while he's gone. He's drinking 2 beers to my every one. I can't keep up. Yeah, grab me one. I could use one. I'm trying to hold it down for you over here. That guy is the second he mentions WikiLeaks. There's a technical error. There's a malfunction.
Oh, there must have been some kind of malfunction here. What are you talking about?
That's strange.
WikiLeaks is not real. Like, what? Wait a second. What did he just say? Like, that's the kind of world we're living in, people. That's what we're fucking dealing with, bro. Like, this is real. I mean, CNN is like, when I look for news, that's who I like. I'll turn on CNN for a couple minutes. Like, that's the only people I'll give credibility to. But it's like, even that, like, just goes to show that nobody can be trusted. Everything's edited. Believe nothing what you see.
Yeah, I mean, the media, as far as I'm concerned, is he who controls the media controls everything, and the media, like I said before, is kind of the same as the election. It's kind of the same as the debate, where it's a matter of who can stack the most amount of cash on that balance, and whoever can stack the most amount of money on one side has control of the media. That's why you don't see Gary Johnson on the media. You don't see the Dakota Pipeline when you turn on Fox News. You don't see this stuff because there's somebody out there with a lot of money that doesn't want you to see
Absolutely.
it. Absolutely. Can imagine who's paying for the Dakota Pipeline? Somebody who's a multi-billionaire from oil.
And by building that pipeline, he's going to make $3 more billion.
Yeah,
and a bunch of other people are going to make a bunch of billion.
Give a fuck how many fresh water supplies he destroys, because the water in his Bahama private island, when he's out there sailing on his yacht, the water's good. The water's fresh out there.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's the life. Our world is fucking insane. Check this out. You ever fucking, when you go to you go to the ball game or you go to the stadium and you go into the bathroom and you got something in your hand, where would you put it? At the stadium.
In the bathroom? Where would I put it?
Yeah, on top of the urinal.
On top of the urinal?
Top of the urinal. That's what I would think. This guy they got here, somebody took a picture of him because he put it underneath his urinal. He put it between his feet underneath the urinal.
I'm looking at the picture right now.
And he probably got whiz chunks.
Fan stashes nachos under urinal.
He got whiz chunks.
Humanity.
Yep. Maybe having a smoke, but usually the focus is on two specifics: the acquisition of a food and a beverage, the eventual expelling them. Yeah, his shoes. Disgusting. I would never fucking do that, dude.
I feel like that's probably the worst place you could stash your nachos.
That's exactly where I would not put them.
Speaking of the back of the urinal, you guys were talking about that the Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. They were doing pills off the back of the toilet seats or the back side of the toilets.
Yeah.
I've seen it firsthand. Yeah. I've seen it firsthand. Actually, I think I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to say something I'm probably not too far away. Probably at least one point in my life, I've probably done something off the back of a toilet.
Absolutely, me too.
I
know I've done drugs. I know I've done drugs off toilet. I don't know if I've done pills. I'm sure I've done pills off toilet too.
I've definitely probably done a pill. I've probably done some coke off the back of a toilet. Now, we're talking college days.
Definitely done some coke off the back of a toilet.
This is back in the Bowling Green, Ohio days where...
Hey man, that's where I went to.
Really didn't.
You went to the right place because you never heard the echoes of my name in the bars.
No.
They shit that out, man. I made quite a mess of Bowling Green. I had a great good old time.
Me too. Maybe you were there before I was, but I spent a solid 4 years in BG, and holy shit, that's 4 years I'll never remember.
Yeah,
BG was a fucking blur for me, man. it was one of the most wild times of my life. 19 to 23, I was in BG, and it was fucking wild.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know where to start with mine. I fell. I remember one time I had a birthday. I think it was my 23rd birthday. We had this house on South Prospect Street.
Oh shit!
And right across from the courthouse. You probably partied in this house. This is my house. Sure. Yeah, we lived there. The fucking ski team used to live there. There's a bunch of fucking shit. But we had there was 3 floors in the attic. There was a bar. It was like a bar and a fucking finished attic with like a living area and shit. We had a giant party up there. And I was all hammered and I was going to do shots or something, and we had, the staircase went down, and then went down, and then went down, and then went down, because there was 3 floors. Well, I guess I come running down the fucking steps, and I come flying around the side, and there's a bunch of people down in the other area. They said I just came through the fucking door, just limp body, and just smacked off the fucking carpet. I missed every step. I came from the landing, dude, this was like
right
fucking,
to the carpet.
This was like 9 fucking steps, dude. I fucking just bit it and knocked myself out cold. Fucking.
That's some hang time.
Dude, that's what they said. They said it was ridiculous. And because there was a door there, the door flew open and my buddy just slapped off the carpet. They drugged me into my fucking room, and all the people are freaking out that I'm dead. They're about to call the fucking EMTs. I'm not like breathing. And my best friend starts smacking the shit out of me, smacking me back and forth. Fucking wake up, wake up, wake up, shaking me, which you probably shouldn't do to someone that just fucking bounced off the floor. And I came to. Dude, and fucking, that's fine. I got up, I had a big goose egg on my head. Fucking, I still have a fucking mark on my head, bro.
Oh, well, your buddy made the right choice.
Feel it right there. Feel it?
Oh, yeah. I can feel a little bit.
Permanent, bro.
For sure.
That's brain damage. That's probably what's wrong with me.
I can't count on my fingers nor my toes how many unbelievably wild nights I had in BG. Between Clazel, in the attic, and City Tap. Those were some of the wildest bars, at least when I was there anyway. Clazel was one of the big ones. That was the club. That was the techno, the dubstep club. Everybody got out there and got wild. Everybody did drugs in the bathroom. Everybody fucked in the bathroom.
See,
I got a couple blowjobs in the bathroom at Clazel.
Yeah. That's
how I go back to my apartment at the Enclave. I used to live out there on the south side of the Enclave.
I lived there.
I lived at the Enclave when it was still the Enclave. It's not anymore. I lived at the Enclave 2 after that.
I never lived at the Enclave 2, just the Enclave. And I lived right by the pig factory where they'd fucking dust the pigs. And all the pig flakes, the pig skin would fly up in the air and get all over your car. It would stick to your car. You'd have pig skin stuck to your fucking car, and it smelled like pig asshole.
Apartment 833 at the Enclave. It was on the very back side. It was building 8, apartment 33. I was apartment 833 at the Enclave.
You might have been in my buddy's apartment.
Very well.
I think I was like 36 or 35 or something.
Yeah, we could literally walk out on our balcony and hear the pigs screaming over there at the slaughterhouse.
Same. That was my buddy's apartment.
And with the wind was the right direction, we could smell it.
Yep. Smelled like death.
Good old BG.
Smelly. It smelled like pig's asshole and death. That's what it smelled like.
As much money as I wasted there, and as many brutal nights I had there, the best 4 years of my life. For sure. Yeah. The best 4 years.
That's how I would say. I mean, I can't
say the people that I met there.
Oh, yeah, me too.
The memories I made, I'm still, I still talk to half the people that I met while I was in BG, some of my closest friends now.
Yeah.
People
Unfortunately for me, I don't talk to many of them anymore because at the very end, same with, what I do with now. I mean, this was the beginning of it, but all the people I hung out with got heavily addicted to fucking Oxycontin and destroyed their lives. Most of them are dead now or in rehab and all fucked up.
Absolutely.
I didn't go that route. So
I speak for the both of us when we both, probably lost a few friends to addiction.
Absolutely.
Whether it be pills or heroin or whatever it is. But yep, lost a lot of those guys, but still carry out. A lot of those guys continue to party, live the same lifestyle we lived when we were 19, 20 years old, and
doesn't work.
Some of us grew up. I'm 25 now. Finally getting my shit together, but some of the guys are still doing the same shit they were doing back when we were 19, 20 years old.
Yeah, when you're 30 years old, you got to fucking learn that it doesn't work forever.
No, that's a great lifestyle when you're 20, 21. 19, whatever, but you can't do it forever.
No.
For sure, you got to grow up.
Yeah. And, you know, unfortunately, another person's dead. You know, my cousin just passed away. Good dude. It's sad, but unfortunately...
Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't close with him, but I definitely met him a few times, and good dude. Really funny. Yeah. He was hilarious. He made me
Very
laugh.
Funny dude.
Pretty much. Like I said, I didn't know him on a personal level, but every time I did run into him, dude made me laugh.
Not as funny as me, but he's pretty funny.
He's up there, man. He's close.
No, his dad's fucking funny dude too. He's fucking sad though. But again, you know, every time I hear it, it's like now anymore. Everyone's always like a lot of people are like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And it's like, dude, I don't even know what to feel anymore. Yep, he's dead. That sucks. Okay, move on. Everybody's gonna die.
It's kind of sad. It's almost a normal part of life.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Every couple weeks, somebody's gonna pass away. Someone's gonna be gone. All right, we gotta keep trucking. Hopefully, I'm not next. I'm trying to raise my boy. You know, continue give him a good life, and that's how we're doing things. You know, it's tough. But yeah, man. I mean, I don't want to be.
You got a newborn baby. The best thing you could do is just try to steer them out of that direction. And I got a baby on the way.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
You're about to be a member of the club.
Yeah, I'm about to join the club. I'm a late bloomer.
Hey, man.
Everybody I know has got a baby now, but my girlfriend's over there. She's listening to us live right now.
Hell yeah, man. Give her a shout out.
Supporting the RowdCAST, Megan, over there in Bellevue, Ohio.
Thank you, Megan.
RowdCAST.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate that.
And thanks for doing a great job of growing that little human. You're doing a good job.
Yep. Keep feeding the human
I
knowledge.
Hope he's a badass
fucking,
little dude.
Yeah, he will be, bro.
In 4 months, we're gonna find out.
I can't imagine. I just can't believe how cute my kid is. Like, he came out and we were like, oh man. We were like, he's gonna do it. Like, I see a lot of babies and I'm like, what the fuck's up with your baby? My baby.
Yeah, I know. I see a lot of those. I'm like, fuck, I hope I'm gonna,
I don't know what.
I hope our baby doesn't look like that.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a terrible person. I mean, some people have problems and complications and shit. I'm not talking about that. But some people, you know, have perfect, healthy babies and they're just not looking like my baby's looking. So, just saying, people.
Some people have some ugly babies, man. Let's
Fuck,
just be real.
yes, they do.
Their babies are healthy and that's great, but some of you guys
they
have ugly babies.
There are some, they look like, especially when they're born, because their eyeballs, like when they're first born, their eyeballs aren't like developed always, so they're just like full like black pupils.
Yeah,
they look like aliens, bro. They like pull it out, it's like what the fuck is that thing? It's like it's looking at me with these big old black eyeballs. It's like, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I love this thing. I don't know what the fuck it is.
I can't wait, man.
It's awesome.
It was a huge shock at first, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a bummer. Maybe 5 months ago when I first found out, but after that initial shock went away, it was kind of a blessing in disguise because now that's like all I'm looking forward to. I want to see what this guy looks like. I want to see how he acts. I want to see what he grows up to be. You know, it's like this anticipation is kind of fun. I'm like right off the bat, I'm really excited to see what he looks like. Is he going to look like more like me, or is he going to look more like Megan? You know,
no, it could, and that's the thing. That's a crazy
or
thing
neither
too
of us. Maybe he'll look like neither of us.
And that's the thing. What they're saying about like our baby is, they're like he's on like the 98th percentile for his height, and like I think it's like maybe 95th percentile for his height, and 91st for his weight or something. But they're like he's like tall and skinny. They're like, neither of us are fucking tall and skinny. It's like weird, you know? I'm like, Kayla, what the fuck you been doing? You know, what the fuck? Dude, check this out.
You got a good looking baby, Rowdy. I've seen pictures, man.
Thanks,
I've seen
man.
pictures on Facebook.
Man. That's what I'm talking about.
You got one of those.
That's it. Okay.
You got lucky.
Keep it coming. Exactly. I got lucky, dude. I've seen some of these fucking babies. But check this. This is some kid. He seems like he might be singing Christian gospel music, but he's driving down the road singing this fucking, singing this song. And then he gets into... He actually gets T-boned. He gets T-boned.
Damn.
I think he got flipped. I think he might be upside down right now.
No, he's not upside down.
Oh, he's fine. Like, what the fuck?
Damn, he definitely got hit, though.
Yeah, he got fucking fucked up, bro.
He's singing gospel music, gets T-boned.
I don't know what the fuck he's singing there, but I don't sing that kind of music. You see this chick? This fucking chick tries to rape this guy in broad daylight. She pulls her pants down. She's butt ass naked, ripping this dude. I'm gonna take that shit. I'm gonna take that shit.
I wish that everybody could see what I'm watching right now. It's a black lady with her pants down, big old booty hanging out, trying to.
She got some yoga pants, kind of some workout pants with some Nikes on. She got her butt hanging out.
She's trying to get some dick in the middle of the street.
She's broad daylight. She's trying to pull this dude's pants down. He looks scared. He looks real scared. I've been there before. I had a girl rape me before. I had a girl rape me. She just took that dick. I wasn't all about. I was so fucked up. I was young, dude. I was all fucked up. And she was younger than me.
She's sitting on his face.
That's her hair.
She's sitting on his
hair
face.
is a big red wig, just like what you were talking about earlier. Yeah, she sits on his face. She's sitting on his fucking face.
That ass, though.
For being a big old butch black girl, she did have a nice little ass, didn't she?
Yeah.
A big old ass.
I mean,
you see the new X-Men movie coming out? You see that?
No, I didn't. I'm not a fan.
Dude. No, you're not? Really?
No, I'm really not.
You watch any comic book movies?
No, I'm not a comic book guy.
Really?
No, really not, man.
What the fuck's wrong with you, bro?
I don't know.
Something happened to you, huh?
Dude, let me tell you something about me. I'm unlike any other guy my age in the sense that I not only do I not like sports, I don't follow football, I don't follow baseball, I don't follow basketball. I also don't play video games. The last video game system that I owned was a PlayStation 2, and that was back when they were brand new.
Wow.
And since then I haven't owned a system, I haven't played video games, and I don't watch sports. So no, I'm not into the comic movies. Probably
I get it.
I don't know, man. I've not been into that shit in a really long time, and I really don't spend my time watching sports and get into them like some people do.
Yeah, I don't.
And I really just cannot get into video games. I'm not good at them, and I think that there's like way better things I can spend my time doing than playing video. And I'm not knocking anybody that plays video games because all my buddies play video games.
Yeah. I played a lot of fucking video games.
You know what I mean? Back in the PS2 days, I fucking sat there for hours and hours on end. So I get it. I used to play San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas when it first came out. And I'm not knocking anybody that plays video games because I used to be there, but I just, getting into my mid-20s now, I just can't do it anymore. I'd rather spend that time doing something different, I guess.
Yeah. And, dude, there's so much to do in this life that I feel like that's some time where I'm playing, like, I love playing video games. I like, a good video game, I'd rather play a good video game more than watch a good movie.
Yeah.
Like, if the game is that fucking good, if the story's that good, like a Grand Theft Auto. Like, to me, I love Grand Theft Auto games. Like, I love everything about them. I love it from start to finish.
When San Andreas was a thing, I was into it.
But all of them, every one that's ever came out, like, I play those start to finish. But there's certain games that come along where they're that good. Like, I just was playing that Mafia 3.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that on. And it's a lot. They've taken a lot from, like, Grand Theft Auto. They try to be Grand Theft Auto, but they're not. And the thing is about, like, the game, is it's very, like, the graphics are great. Everything's great about it, but it's the same thing. Like, you start mission 1 to mission 10, it's like you're doing the same. You're just hunting down people, you're killing people, destroying shit, killing people, destroying shit, killing. It's like, okay. Like, the game, that's what Grand Theft Auto is great about, because you get to do all these different shit. You know, you get to fucking fly a plane, you get to drive a boat, you get to fucking rob people, you get to kill people, you get to fucking stuff hookers in the trunk.
It's the Sims on steroids.
Yeah, kind of. But like, there's games inside the games, there's mini games.
Yeah, there's missions and there's side missions. Yeah. I remember.
And that's, well, there's side mission this, but it just seems like everything is the same. And that's a problem. The game should be innovative, you know, the game should make you think, make you fucking... You know, that's the games I like. Like, I like the good shit, but
I feel like
there's so many things to do out there, like what you're saying. Like, that's how I feel sometimes. It's like, well, man, I'm not living my life. Like, shit, I can be sitting in a chair the end of my life and playing a video game right now, can I fucking do that now?
Trust me, we waste time equally. We just do it in different ways.
Yeah, I'm sure
I'm a
not
only a Netflix but a Hulu subscriber. I just don't. I'm just not interactive when I waste my time. I waste my time. I sit there and I hit a bubbler and I watch Workaholics or whatever it may be on that night, but or a documentary, you know. But we just waste our time in different ways. I'm just not interactive with mine. I just like to sit there.
Yeah, I'm. You know, that was really what I wanted to do with my life at first was be a video game designer. That was what I was going to go to school for. And then I decided a web designer. And then I decided fucking to be a chef. And then I decided that I wanted to fucking have a radio empire. And then I decided I wanted to be a home inspector. So that's where I'm at.
I went through a lot of phases, man. Back in college, I thought I was going to be a drug kingpin.
Hell yeah, I had that time too. I was selling a lot. I wasn't even selling weed. I was selling ounces of weed, and I was like, "This is it.
Yep. This is my life."
Yep. I don't even need to work. I can pay for things. My weed, really though, I like to smoke so much weed that I couldn't make any profit off my weed. All my profit went up in smoke.
See, I was the exact opposite.
I couldn't do it.
I was the dealer that sat there and like. When he had some shake left over at the bottom of an ounce, that was my personal. You know what I mean? Like, the rest of this is profit.
Not me. Yeah, I got this extra quarter sitting over here. Either I sell it or I smoke it. Yeah, I'll sell it. Then it's like, oh, you know what? I got a quarter in my bedroom. Come on, girls.
Let me tell you something about me that you probably don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, back when I was in college, you know, and talking about what we were doing back then, but. The reason that I got into the industry I'm in now, the reason I started roofing was because I got busted for trafficking when I was in college. Really? Yep. I caught a trafficking charge. It was really easy to sell weed to college kids, and I made a lot of money doing it.
When did you graduate?
I didn't graduate.
What years did you go to Bowling Green during?
It would have been 2009 through 13.
I was there.
But I never graduated.
I was there.
Never graduated. Dropped out. Obviously, I got busted. Got into some trouble. And that's why I got started into roofing, because the drug kingpin lifestyle didn't work out for me.
Yeah, like right when you were starting, that was the end of my phase. I think I was there for 4 years.
So what, you were there probably through 2010 ish?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I started 2005 when I graduated. I probably started August 2015 or 2005.
Yeah, you were just the class ahead of me, basically. But yeah, that's how I got into roofing, man. I thought I was going to make a living selling weed to college kids my whole life, and it didn't work out. So I got a job at a roofing company as a temporary
selling
gig.
drugs for life usually doesn't.
It doesn't always work out.
We'd love it if it did. If Scarface was real or Narcos was real, you know, I mean, they are. I mean, Narcos they say is real, but it's a Hollywood show. But if that shit to a T really happened. Yeah, that's not real life.
Who wouldn't want to live that lifestyle?
Absolutely.
But no regrets, man. I mean, everything that happened to me, it put me on the path I'm on now, and I'm doing all right now in a legitimate kind of way without a degree at all.
Yep.
So everything worked out for me.
Same, bro. Yeah. In the same way.
Good.
I put a lot of money, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into what I'm doing now, and you know, it's my family business too.
There's a lot of risk
pride
that comes with being an entrepreneur or being a business owner, man.
Absolutely.
But with great risk comes great reward.
Yep.
And it's been no exception for me. I mean,
I'm happy for you, man. That's awesome.
The company I half-assed started 2 years ago. I kind of worked illegally there for 2 years as kind of an under the table, and now we're licensed and insured and taking off. So things are finally coming together for the first time in a legitimate way.
Well, and after so long of doing it illegitimately, you know, you're like, oh, you know, this dude makes so much fucking money doing this. Like, what the fuck? When you find your niche, you find something that you enjoy doing. You know it through and through. You understand it. You get it. You know, or any job, if you're fucking doing a real job and you're good at what you do, you're learning all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the problem. There's so many, dude. I know so many of them. Some of them are my best fucking friends. If you think think that you know it all, or you're so fucking wise. Like, I've been around. Let me tell you. Like, bro, if that's the attitude you have, you're fucked.
Those are the people that I really lose respect for right off the bat.
You're fucked.
This is my sixth summer. This was my sixth summer roofing, residential roofing, and I still learn something new every day.
Absolutely.
Every day I go to work and I learn at least one thing new that I didn't know before, and I'm talking that's 6 years later.
That's normal, I think, for somebody that is learning a trade. You're learning a job. You should always be improving, even if it's like, hey, maybe I didn't learn a new thing about the roof. I didn't learn a new way to fucking put shingles down or that, but I may have learned a new way to talk to somebody.
Exactly.
Or a new way to fucking
said, it's not always directly related to roofing, but every day when I go out in the morning, I guarantee you that during the course of that day I will learn something new that I didn't know before.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, man. I love what I do. I wouldn't change it. I don't think I'll probably ever do anything else, to be honest with you.
Well, if you do good and you have a great business, and you shouldn't have to, eventually you should turn it into something where you don't need to do something else anymore,
Chamberlin Roofing.
Yeah, throw it out there, man. Throw it out there. You're welcome.
Roof work.
Plug all you want.
I know that's a first for the RowdCAST. A contracting advertisement.
Yeah, no, hey man, we can talk about marketing later.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I mean, dude, if you got to sell it, if you're in the, the Bellevue, Ohio area, even Toledo area, you need a new roof, or you need somebody to come take a look at some of the fucked up shit maybe you had done by somebody that wasn't licensed and wasn't qualified, give them a call, man.
Absolutely.
So,
give me a call.
Hell yeah, you fucking make some money. That's what it's all about. But it's all about there's so many people out there that don't know what they're fucking doing, and then take advantage of people and tell them that they do, and go in and look all fancy and shit, and they can fuck you, dude. They can fuck you out hard. That's out of some serious
drives
fucking
the market
money.
Down. I mean, when it comes to
people
this business,
scared.
it's all about the lowest bidder. The lowest bidder gets the job.
Well, people stick with like chains and like bigger names because they're afraid that, we heard this horror story about this or something like that. It's like, no, you need to. Nowadays with social media, that helps so much. So if you know how to market yourself and get yourself directly out there on social media, that shit can fucking really propel business.
Probably more than half of my business comes from Facebook. I just had somebody call me this morning and says, "Hey, I got your number from Facebook. Can you come out and give me an estimate?" And I got the job on the spot. I mean, just from Facebook.
Huge.
So
that's huge.
Facebook is huge, man, and social media is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you, speaking of fucking huge, did you see this UFO expert that they found in overseas, that he was doing a conference for conspiracy theories and UFOs, and they found him dead, puking black liquid out, and a couple days before he sent his mom a text that said, "Your boy's in trouble. If I end up dead, investigate." And they found this dude, all fucked up, puking black liquid, said it was natural causes, said some bullshit. He's in some other country.
No shit.
He's from the UK. Yeah, dude, this shit fucking...
And you're more hip to the news stories than I am.
This is what I do. This is what I do.
I don't have cable.
This is the... Well, okay. Trey Chamberlin, welcome to the RowdCAST. This is did you not know what you were coming to tonight? This is what I do, bro. I search the internet for the weirdest... That's what the RowdCAST is. I'm the weirdest, most fucking funky, strangest... that's the RowdCAST.
You're good at what you do.
No filters... No, whatever the fuck. I'm not, because I got to piss again. I'm not good at what I do.
Oh, he's not a very good podcaster because he has to piss 4 times in the course of an hour and a half.
Bill Cosby on Trump's face grabbed by the pudding. I mean, really. Fucking people are so pissed about grabbing by the pussy. Like, yeah, it's not something I'd ever want someone to say to my daughter, but fucking...
the meme where they fucking photoshopped Bill Cosby's face onto Trump's hair. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I love it.
Bill Cosby creeps me the fuck out, though. If that doesn't scare anybody, that's the kind of shit that's what 2016 brings, bro.
Everybody says some shit earlier on, though, that they regret, right? I mean, have you ever seen the video of Obama saying, "Gotta have them ribs and pussy too"? You ever seen that? No. Oh, dude, you should look that up. Obama talking about pussy.
Here, you look that up for me. My thing though with it is, it's not like. It's not what Bill Cosby said, though. I mean, it's enough for a federal judge to fucking follow up on it. They're gonna get him. He roofied so many chicks and had sex with them, dude. You have sex with a passed out chick. It's fucked up, man. You know, that's not even. It don't matter what the motherfucker said. Did fucking Obama give roofies to chicks and fuck them while they're fucked up?
No.
Didn't think
That's
so.
not what I'm trying to say.
But go ahead. I'm not. Go ahead and look your shit up. I gotta piss.
All right, I'm gonna take over your mic for a second.
Do it.
All right, we're gonna go back to some classic Barack Obama here. Gotta have them ribs. So this is some shit that Obama said. What year was it? This had to be in the 80s or 1995. 1995 it was. Barack Obama's giving a speech.
Yeah, another guy said, but I tell you what, you won't see me moving to no African jungle anytime soon. Or some goddamn desert somewhere sitting on a carpet with a bunch of Arabs. No, sir. And you won't see me stop eating no ribs either. Gotta have them ribs. And pussy too. Don't Malcolm talk about no pussy? Now you know that ain't gonna work.
And this is in Cambridge. This is Cambridge. We're talking Ohio.
Damn it, I missed
Did you hear that?
Play it again. Play it again. I want to hear about that pussy and them ribs. I think I have seen some of this.
Oh yeah, this one's too long.
We started down the road towards town, and in the silence.
Yeah, you got to watch
I've
this.
seen some of that before. I've seen
Yeah,
that shit.
another guy said, but I tell you what, you won't see me moving to no African jungle anytime soon.
But he's reading something.
Or some
It's not
goddamn
like-
desert somewhere sitting on
It's not
a
like-
Now he is. For now
with a
he
bunch
is.
of Arabs? No, sir. And you won't see me stop eating no ribs either. Gotta have them ribs. And pussy too. Don't Malcolm talk about no pussy? Now you know that ain't gonna work.
What
Barack
about this
Obama
one?
in 1995.
What about this one? Speaking of them ribs, this was another guy. I believe this wasn't the same thing. This could have been the same thing, but I don't think so. This was Charles Ramsey. This is another guy in Cleveland. Remember Amanda Berry where she ran out of the house and the dude was in the McDonald's parking lot and he found her? Yeah, this is his interview. You remember this shit?
Hey, Charles, let me talk to you. I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon. You heard screaming.
Heard screaming. I'm eating my McDonald's. I come outside. I see this girl going nuts, trying to get out of the house. So I go on the porch. And she says, "Help me get out. I've been in here a long time." So, I figured it's a domestic violence dispute. So I open the door, and we can't get in that way because how the door is, it's so much that a body can't fit through, only your hand. So we kick the bottom, and she comes out with a little girl, and she says, "Call 911. My name was Amanda Berry."
And did you know who that was when she said that?
When she told me, it didn't register until I got the call at 911. And I'm like, I'm calling the 911 for Amanda Berry. I thought this girl was dead. You know what I mean? And she got on the phone and she said, "Yes, this is me." And the detective, Cook, right here, Detective Gregory Cook says, "Charles, do you know who you rescued?" I said,
And when did you see Gina?
About 5.
Good.
So about 5 minutes after the police got here, see, the girl Amanda told the police, "I ain't just the only ones. It's some more girls up in that house." So they went up there, 30, 40 deep, and when they came out was just astonishing because I thought they were going to come up with nothing. I figured, whoever she was, and like I said, my neighbor, you got some big testicles to pull this off, bro, because we see this dude every day. I mean, every day.
How long have you lived here?
I've been here a year.
Okay.
You still coming from?
Right.
I barbecue with this dude. We eat ribs and whatnot. Listen to salsa music. You still coming from?
I listen to
You
salsa
had no
music.
indication.
Hey, bro, not a clue.
Look,
that
I got
girl
dudes
was
stuffed,
in
girls
that
stuffed in the
Or
house.
anybody else was there, I guess they will. Because
It's normal to
He just
them.
comes out to his backyard, plays with the dogs, tinkers with his cars and motorcycles. He goes
Plays with the dogs,
back in the
tinkers
house.
and motorcycles.
So he's somebody that you look and you look away because he's not doing nothing but the average stuff. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing exciting about him. Well, until the day.
What was your reaction to the girls' faces? I can't imagine to see the sunlight to be around people.
I knew something was wrong.
Dude, that's a straight up, the way he answers that, until today, dude, that's a straight up crackhead answer. That's somebody that, he's got fidgets in his brains.
Yeah.
No,
No, that's wild. That's
Isn't
fucking
that
No, I've
fucking
never
crazy?
seen that one before.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, dude, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever done a dab? Have you ever done dabs before?
Yes, I've done dabs before.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about concentrate?
I'm okay with it. I'll do it, but it's like when you hit them so hard that you're choking and dying and shit, bro. Like, call me an old school pothead, dude. I just like a fucking fat bowl or a bong packed with some weed.
Man,
you know what I'm
I was
saying?
the same way until recently.
Really?
I was the same way until recently.
I mean, it gets you high as fuck.
I just made the investment into some rig equipment, and it changed my life, man. I've been a pot smoker my whole life, you know, and I've only ever smoked flower, and now that I got into the concentrate world, I'll never go back, man. I will seriously never go back. That's probably all I'm gonna do from here on out, except maybe on rare occasions like this. But man, I seriously can't. I can't stress the dab enough.
Really?
It's it's a smoother hit. It's a smoother hit. It's more potent. You know, probably you're looking at 90% potency. You know, versus what you're hitting right now is probably between 25 and 30, maybe. And
don't knock on my weed, but weed's good, nigga.
Hey, 25 is good. 25 is good.
All right.
But man, I just recently got into this scene. I just went out. I made the investment. I bought a quartz nail, and I bought some oil. You know, I got some hash oil, and I've never had a more pure, more clean high than what I get from dabbing on this concentrate that I've been doing recently than what I do from actually smoking flower like I have been for years.
Smoking flower, that's a new one.
It's new?
Never heard that before.
Flower? That's what it is. I mean, technically, right?
Kinda, pretty much. It's definitely a weed. It's definitely a weed. You can call it a flower.
I glorify it. I glorify it a little
buds
bit.
like a flower, and you're right about that.
I glorify it.
Never heard it called that before, though.
We'll call it a bud. But either way.
Bud. You know,
if you haven't tried it, try it. Give it a shot.
What do you think about?
Find somebody that's got a rig.
What do you think about fucking, what the fuck was I gonna say? How about Russia? You see any of this shit about Russia declaring war, or, you know, doing all these fucking weird shit? Have you seen anything about that?
No, I haven't seen anything about them declaring war.
Well, they haven't. I mean, that's kind of people. That's the media saying shit, but they've definitely been a little more hostile. They've definitely done some things to kind of flex their muscle a little bit, try to like make it look like, you know, we're not scared. They've done a lot of ballistic tests. They've done a lot of missile tests, and fucking in the last, I think, couple weeks, you know, they've been telling all their people, like on mass media, on their big channels, you know, they've been saying, everybody, make sure you have a gas mask, make sure that in case things happen, you know where to go. And they've done like evacuation routes and shit in a lot of cities.
No shit.
Yeah. And a lot of people, what a lot of people are saying is that they, you know, they are talking about all these hacks, all these WikiLeaks that are all leaking out, and they're saying that Russia has a lot to do with that, because Julian Assange is stationed in, well, actually Edward Snowden's in Russia. I don't know where Julian Assange is, somewhere, some fucking country, but they're saying that they're releasing those. They're the ones that are distributing those and telling them when to release those to affect the election. And that's supposedly on the 1st of, I think the 1st of November or something, or a couple weeks, they're supposed to release this giant bombshell. But I've been hearing that a lot, so I don't know how true that fucking is.
We'll see if it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost hope it does. But no. I mean, I haven't heard anything about it. The latest I've heard from Russia is these tests on the 9/11 controlled demolition.
Yeah, and that's, again, there's a lot of people that are saying, especially some universities in Europe and shit, that are saying that it's looking like a controlled demolition, that everything they have, all their evidence points to something that was controlled. And a lot of people don't want to, nobody wants to believe that, man. Of course nobody wants to fucking believe that. Your own nation fucking did something like that. But I think, I believe if something like that happened, if it is, because it always goes back to the thing, if humans had a play in that, if the humans, organized that and they did that, if human beings conspired that and they did that, it goes back to the thing is, how do they all keep their mouths shut? Nobody's fucking came out.
There's way too many people that would have to know about that.
Absolutely. So that's the only thing.
To keep it a secret.
The only way that becomes a possibility is if you go back to that thing of that elite group. Mm-hmm. An elite group that they know. That's the thing. Like, what I would say is, like, even George Bush, fucking dog, man. He likes to make as much noise.
Dog's going crazy over there.
Dude, it's Rowdy, dude. It's not a RowdCAST if Rowdy doesn't make a noise or make an appearance. So that's pretty normal. That's pretty.
Rowdy's
normal.
got a dog named Rowdy.
Rowdy Jr.
Rowdy Jr.
Rowdy Redloff Jr.
One eye glows in the dark. One eye you can't even see.
Fucking told you. It's like goddamn fucking samurai.
This motherfucker attacked me.
Nuclear samurai that he's got. He was born in a pool of fucking radiation. And I scraped him off. He was hairless. And I threw him in the shower and used a fucking hair dryer on him till hair grew. That's what I did, actually.
Oh, that's why he's so fucked up?
Yeah, that's why he's crazy. That's exactly why. I don't remember what we were talking about, Dan.
No, we were talking about 9/11, man. We were talking about that elite group of people that would have to...
yeah.
Have you seen that the woman that seems to appear in every really, like... dramatic situation. The same woman supposedly appeared in Sandy Hook. Appeared in 9/11. Appeared in the Florida the gay bar shooting.
Oh yeah.
This woman supposedly, they have pictures of this same woman pretending to cry and
I don't think it's the same woman.
I don't think so either.
Thank you.
I don't think it's the same woman. I think somebody probably took pictures of a similar looking woman and threw them together.
Absolutely. I don't think it's on purpose. It's just, or even people could. It's to the point where you don't even know, with the internet, you don't even know they could have pulled that. I'd love to believe that, but...
Do you even really know if that's a picture of a woman at that exact scene? I mean...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You can you can find a picture of pretty much anything on the internet
nowadays. Look at the fucking catfish, bro. You can fucking think you're banging some hot blonde, you show up at some fucking big black fucking chick that's like, oh, you smell like, I want to smell your feet. And you're like, what the fuck you talking about?
But dude, by no means am I saying that there's not an elite group. I think it's
very
possible.
That's my point. My point with it, I'm getting sidetracked. My point with it is, I don't believe that that's a possibility because there's too many people that the human error. Same with chemtrails. Do you believe in chemtrails?
No,
I don't. Because you're telling me that pilots get in a fucking plane every day. They're like, oh yeah, sure, strap this on. What, I gotta press this button to spray this shit? Okay, let me poison my family.
Yeah, and nobody knows about that.
Let me spray my family with poison. I'm gonna spray actually every family that's ever existed. I'm gonna spray them all with poison. Fuck yeah, fuck my community. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of these pilots are local.
Yeah,
like, if they're flying like the guys that are flying up here, there's a base that's local. They fly out of that base.
Do you know how low the salary is for a commercial airline pilot? It's ridiculous. I bet you and I make more than a commercial. Well, maybe not, but they get paid ridiculously low. They're not doing that shit. No way. You're not going to convince me that they're out there doing that shit. Nobody's speaking up about it.
Or jet pilots, like, dude, are you that's what they do? Like, no, dude, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Because somebody would spill the beans. Someone would sell it all.
Somebody would.
So that's what you got to think about 9/11 too. But I got to play devil's advocate when I say, if there is this elite group, this one that's hidden all this thing, because if it wasn't for WikiLeaks, we would know nothing about these elections and that they rigged them for Bernie and that she paid, all these. What it looks like is the other thing that came out is they said that all this money that they released to save the banks, to keep the banks afloat.
Yeah, the bailout money.
Yes, to bail all the banks out. All that money, a lot of that shit came back into the Hillary Clinton fund. That's what they were showing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all these big
the Clinton
banking
Foundation.
Yes, all these big banking executives, they gave all these donations. Like, wait, you guys got all this money from the government, so it's taxpayers' money that was given to them and put into her election, put into her campaign. If that's not the most fucked up thing you've ever heard of, if that's the most fucked up thing you've ever heard of, I don't know what else is. I don't know. If you take one thing away, that's how I don't understand. Like I said, I don't agree with fucking Trump, but how the fuck can you stand behind Hillary Clinton?
Hillary wrote off millions. Hillary wrote off millions of dollars on her taxes for charitable donations. Biggest portion of the charitable donations went to the Clinton Foundation. She donated to her own foundation and got a tax write-off.
Thing about Trump I seen too is how he claimed all this shit about 9/11, how he supported New York and shit. And they said his Trump Foundation or whatever the fuck it is, or his company, didn't give a cent. They didn't give. He talked about how he supported 9/11 and did all this shit. And they're like, they looked at his taxes, like he didn't donate anything. He didn't even donate. He didn't donate a penny to fucking 9/11 fucking charity. But again, it's like that. It's not as big of a deal as like that's what the shit they try to pull. It's like that's fucked up. I mean, if you claim that you're a New Yorkan and you're saying all this shit, I don't even New Yorkan. I just make things up as I go.
How about a New Yorker?
New Yorker, that works. If you're a New Yorker and you didn't support the fucking 9/11, yeah, you're a fucking asshole. But it's like, in the realistic,
if you're a
like,
New York tinny,
compared to, you rigged the election to make the other guy drop out of the election, or you fucking took taxpayers' money and supplied your campaign with taxpayers' money. Like, what the fuck? Like, hold on a second. Like, so nobody gave you this money. It was tax money that they just handed you. Our fucking nation is fucked up. And if you don't see this shit, Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus H. Christ. Fucking A, man.
Man, I was just going to say something about it, too, and I totally forgot what I was going to say.
I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know. What about, while we're on this, what about this fucking, you see the Oreo cupcake thing?
The Oreo cupcake thing.
You didn't see the Oreo cupcake thing. God damn it, Trey Chamberlin.
I came low on ammunition, apparently.
I think so. You didn't come to fucking play the game tonight. So, there's a bakery, I want to say somewhere down south. They, special of the day or special of the week was the Oreo cupcake. Well, a bunch of African-American people said that was racist. And that they can't... They shouldn't be able to call it an Oreo cupcake. Oreo is that's a racist term, and that they need to change the name of the Oreo cupcake. So they discontinued it. They changed it to something else. And my thing is, why the fuck do you let someone like that tell you what to do?
What's racist about calling something an Oreo cupcake?
Because it's black and it's white. It's Oreo. You call Oreo's a racist term of a black and white mixture person.
I don't see him complain about Oreo cookies.
No,
just Oreo cupcakes.
Because it's a fucking personal business that's making a cupcake, so they feel offended, so they're attacking it, and that's the problem. That's the problem that we have right now is all these people that we're too sensitive to everything. We're okay, yes, that's allowed.
Everybody is offended by everything.
Absolutely.
Nowadays, I mean, you really can't say much about anything if it's not completely a completely general sentence, or a phrase. Somebody's going to get offended by it.
Yeah.
You can't post something on Facebook anymore. You can't say something out loud. Somebody's going to get offended by it, and it's crazy the things that people get offended by now versus think about back when we were in high school. Nobody got offended by the shit they get offended by now.
Even like when people were like gay, like it's like, oh, he's gay. He's like, oh yeah, dude, he's a flamer. Yeah, totally. Like, yeah, he's
faggot was okay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You can't call somebody a faggot anymore.
Not anymore. No way, bitch. You can't say a bitch.
No, heaven forbid you call somebody a retard. You call somebody retarded, you've ignited a fire.
I call people retarded all the time.
I call people retarded a lot too.
Because people are retarded. And so people are fucking retarded.
Excuse me, could you use a different word? Because I don't...
No, I can't.
No.
No. Could you not stand here and ask me to use a different word? Go do something with your life. Go do something productive. Because no, I say it all the time. Or queer. You're a fucking faggot. You're a queer, dude. It has nothing to do with you being homosexual. I don't give a shit. You're a douchebag. Well, that's a racist. Or that's a hateful term towards me. I'm not trying to hate nobody.
No, I got nothing against anybody that's gay. Seriously, I don't.
And most people I'm making fun of, I don't even fucking mean it.
Right. Right. I got nothing against gay people. I mean, you know what I mean. If you're gay, different strokes for different folks. That's all I have to say to you. But I call people retarded. I call people queer. I call people a faggot all the time. It's not that I have anything against mentally retarded people or gay people, but it's like, if you're gonna be a douchebag, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call it how I see it. You're a faggot.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, people are offended by that shit though.
But the Oreo cupcake, it's like we're getting
too much.
We're getting that's the thing. We're getting and we're allowing it, and it all becomes back to a power thing. Like those people, they're like, oh, they had to stop making the cupcake. Fuck yeah, we win. We get it. You know, we did it. We did the work. We fucking put it in. They can't do that cupcake no more. We stopped that. Like, it's a power thing. And it's like, no. Like, freedom of speech, that kind of shit, that should limit us. We don't have to listen to you. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen. Move on about your day. Go do something else. But if you can start, if by something someone's selling or listing or talking about, and you can affect their lives and other people's lives by the shit that you're doing, that's scary. That scares the fuck out of me, and I don't want to.
If we live in a place where we can't call something an Oreo cupcake, that's a loss. For those people, it's a win, but for the rest of us, that's a loss.
Yeah,
we literally can't call something an Oreo cupcake because it's racist. There's no copyright infringement there. There's no bullshit. It's racist to call something an Oreo cupcake.
Doesn't even make sense.
Get the fuck out of here. It doesn't even make sense.
Doesn't even make sense.
No.
Oreo's like you said, it's a chocolate cookie with cream in the fucking center. It's the fucking one of the greatest cookies ever made.
Dairy Queen and get an Oreo flurry. Am I a racist?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
You're mixing that Oreo fucking mighty fine, sir. I don't know about that. That's racist.
If I can't call it an Oreo cupcake, you got way more hate in your heart than I do.
Absolutely. And that becomes back to the thing is where you have like all these fucking, dude, 100% like Black Lives Matter and shit. Like when that first shit came out, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, I'm with them, dude. There's too many fucking African Americans being killed. Now it's like that shit's spun so far out of fucking control. It's like, dude, I'm gonna step back.
Have you seen the
here, you motherfuckers?
Have you seen the video of the guy that holds a BLM sign in a black community, and then does the same social experiment in a white community? I said that backwards. He does a BLM sign in a white community, gets almost no repercussions. Holds an All Lives Matter sign in a primarily black community. Almost gets beat up like 3-4 times. You know, people have to step in and break shit up. Wow. These guys attack this guy. They straight up come up and just jack him in the face for holding an All Lives Matter sign.
Wow. I've never seen
it's
that
great.
before.
Yeah, you should look it up, man. It's the social experiment, something or another. But yeah, this guy does the BLM sign in a black and a white community, and dude, the reactions are totally different.
Well, that's what I was getting at. Kinda is, you know, it's the thing that I don't like. I'm 100% behind everybody is equal. 100%, dude. Whatever has to be done. Whatever. I don't care who we're standing up against. If it's that everyone is equal, no matter if you're gay, bi, black, white, yellow, green, fucking alien, whatever. Everybody's equal. I'm behind that. But when you start superiorizing, if that's even a word, or putting one group ahead of the other, like, well, we've been treated like shit forever, so fuck you.
So now we're superior.
No,
you're not.
No. Because that's not how we got into this. We got into this because I agree that you are equal to me. You deserve everything I deserve. I deserve everything you deserve. But when you start saying, well, no, it's only the Black lives that matter. It's only the Mexican lives that matter. It's like, no. Hold on a second. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here.
Absolutely.
Like, that's not what I'm about. And I had nothing to do with anybody owning slaves. My ancestors had nothing. As far as I know, my whole family, the tree, I didn't own any slaves. So you know what? That's as far as I know. So don't try to fucking bring any shit up
so
on
you're
me.
definitely not above me because
No.
you're black, because your ancestors
No.
were slaves. I mean,
No.
that has nothing to do with me or you.
I have the biggest sympathy to anyone that, any family that was ever affected or ever owned by someone. I think that's disgusting. I don't think any human should ever own another human being. I think that's fucked up. But again, I didn't ever fucking do anything wrong. So when you start saying, that the only Black Lives Matter and you're only this and that, I'm not on that, dude. I'm not on that.
Then you're just as bad as the original.
Absolutely.
The original party.
Original offender.
The
And then they
original
take
offender.
that and then they spin it out of control.
Yep.
And that's when it's like, whoa, it's just like a fucking tornado of just misinformation, fucking idiots, and fucking racism.
Of superiority.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video of the BLM video of the people lighting the white people on fire? Have you seen the one where they lit the white guy on fire?
That's not real. Because the only reason I know that is because that happened a while before that, before it came out again. And it was just, I don't think it was that people were white. In the video, you can't really tell.
No, you can't tell by the actual video, but the audio is a black woman saying, "He's white, get him! He's white, get him! He
See, I
doesn't
seen the
belong
one where
here."
they were beating them, where they were fucking jumping some people in a parking lot, and that shit was fucked up.
Yeah.
Or they ran, like, he's white. I've seen that. But the one where they actually light him on fire, I seen that a long time ago, and it was like, it wasn't like they were, what I saw from it wasn't that they were burning white people or anything like that. It was just that they were black dudes and they were like getting revenge for something. Like, that's what I seen.
Oh, really?
Like, I saw it in a whole different context, and I seen it a long time ago, and then I just seen it again.
I saw a lady say that these are white guys.
I didn't see that. But that's fucked up. I seen that shit.
Literally, she said they're white. They don't belong here. Get them.
I seen that shit before. That I seen the shit where they got lit on fire though, and it's fucked up.
Yeah,
it's real fucked up.
It really is.
Yeah, it's kind of a sad fucking thing.
Am I reading that right? Are we going on over 2 hours now?
Yeah, man.
No shit.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Fuck yeah, it does. When you're having a great time, time just scoots on by. I had a couple other things. Not too much more, though, for you. What else you got for me there? You got anything for me?
Well, dude, I heard on one of your other episodes, you were talking about Walmart, and this is one of the last things I wanted to talk to you about. But you and Dan were talking about Walmart and the billionaires behind Walmart and how shitty they pay their employees. And I wanted to elaborate a little bit. I've known a lot about Walmart for a really long time and what a shitty company they are.
That's what I like to hear.
And the Waltons, every one of the Waltons are billionaires, 100 billionaires, over and over again, each one of them. So we're talking trillions of dollars just in one single family. And Walmart, I know for a fact, Walmart has a policy where they can take out life insurance policies on their employees with no repercussions. They don't have to inform their employees. Most of the employees don't even know, but they have life insurance policies on their employees where they collect money when said employee dies. And beyond having life insurance policies on their employees without their knowledge, Walmart also gets away with paying less than minimum wage to employees who have any kind of a disability, whether it be a physical disability or a mental disability. Walmart legally gets away with paying these employees less than minimum wage. In some cases, we're talking less than $3 an hour that these Walmart employees are getting because they're disabled in some way, be it mentally or physically. But Walmart gets away with paying them less than minimum wage, and I've read stories of between $2 and $3 an hour, $2 and some change an hour that some of these Walmart employees get, because of their disability. The greeters, Most of the greeters you see when you walk into Walmart, I'd be willing to bet they're not making minimum wage, and they do that legally. They don't have to pay a minimum wage if they have a disability, and like I said while you were pissing, the Walmart takes out life insurance policies on their employees. They take out life insurance policies on their employees without their knowledge, and then collect upon the employee's death. Collect money on the employee.
What the fuck?
You can actually take out a life insurance policy on anybody. Legally, you can without their knowledge, but Walmart does it, and they do it often.
Amazing. Why can you? That's amazing.
And you know,
so
with all
anybody, even a stranger,
even a stranger, Rowdy, I can take out a life insurance policy on you. I can do it. But Walmart does it to their employees, and they do it often, and they collect, when their employees.
So someone is getting close to kicking the bucket, like, oh, dude, Fred over there, dude. We can barely get to work anymore. Fucking claim it, put it on him. Exactly. Put all our dice, roll the dice. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's dead. 10,000. That's how they get rich.
Yeah, that's one of the ways. It's one of the ways. Another one of the ways they get rich is paying these motherfuckers $2.30 an hour.
Holy fuck!
Because they have a disability.
It's fucking insane, man.
So two of the things that I learned about Walmart, I'll admit I will shop at Walmart sometimes because sometimes, dude, I don't know where else to go to get the shit that I need.
Me too. Everything's there. Everything's there, and it's quick.
If I need a fucking clothes hanger at 4:00 in the morning,
absolutely.
Where else are you gonna go? You're gonna go to Walmart. But God, man, every time I walk in there, I just fucking hate it. I just cringe. I just look at the fat fucking rednecks that surround me, and
seriously,
and it's like.
I
can't wait. I can't fucking wait to get out of there. You guys were talking about how they're working on automated shopping carts or whatever.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh my god.
How
lazy are we that we can't even push our own shopping cart?
You're gonna sit on a thing that's gonna hover above the ground, and you're just gonna sit in it, and you're gonna walk around, or it's gonna move by itself, and you just like touch a button, and the thing will fall into your cart. And be like 2. And then you hit the button and 2 fall in your cart and you just keep moving along. That's how it's going to fucking be, bro.
We're looking at the worst obesity epidemic in history.
We already are. Yeah, we already are. But imagine what it's going to be.
We're looking at humans that burn 4 calories a day.
See, that's the problem. You're not going to be a human anymore. No. You're not going to be a human. You're going to be some kind of fucking machine / cyborg human thing that you're going to... Eventually, we're just going to disintegrate into technology.
Yeah, that's one of the things that VR but the thing is doing.
The only thing about that gets me kind of weird is like, what about like birth? People be you be birthed inside the machine? Like, I don't know.
There's probably going to be a machine that can handle childbirth. There's probably going to be a machine that will take that baby and cut that umbilical cord, turn him upside down and spank him, and
could be
and slap that virtual reality machine on his face.
But I'm thinking what I'm saying is like what's going to happen. I think is either we're going to be killed, we're going to be wiped out by the machines. Like I 100% like you think I may be joking when I say this. I'm not joking. We're going to be once AI. We're trying to make AI the smartest thing that we've ever seen. That is smarter than us. That it thinks faster than us. Once we've done that, we're done. Because it's going to realize that it doesn't need...
Once we're successful, AI is going to realize that it doesn't need humans anymore, and it's going to fucking take over.
Yeah.
Are you with me on that?
Yeah. Because once AI realizes it can make itself, it can reproduce itself.
Right.
But it doesn't need you or me to reproduce it. We're fucked. We're done.
I'm with you. 100%.
Because they think way faster than us. They're outsmart us in every way. You think Rise of the Chimps and shit? They're saying the chimps are hitting the Stone Age. Have you heard this? They're making tools now. The chimps are entering the Stone Age right now.
Oh, really?
You haven't heard that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they're saying that. They're starting to make tools. They're learning how to hunt. They're making small tribes and shit. And they're saying that they're entering the Stone Age is what they believe. Well, that thing is the computers and technology and AI is so fast that it'll fucking... before we could ever catch up, it's going to be light years ahead of us.
I believe that.
Wipe us out.
I do believe
we're
that.
polluted. Like you just said about the mold, what you were talking about the mold, we're a mold that keeps growing and damaging the thing. Once they realize, like, wait a second, these motherfuckers, they're doing a lot of wasting.
Yeah, they're self-destructive.
And they're not helping. So let's wipe them out. We don't need any of the stuff they need.
Right.
We don't need carbon fuels. We don't need carbon fiber fuels. We don't fucking need any of that shit. All we need is power.
Yeah.
And we get power from the sun because that's what we're doing. We're making everything solar. So we're going to make a fucking machine that's fucking solar.
We're in the process of making something that will ultimately be our demise.
Absolutely. And it's going to be our evolution. Just like everything evolves.
Yeah.
Just like I'm sure that we've probably evolved from monkeys doing something to fucking make us. You know, you believe what you want. You believe in evolution. You believe in God created everything, whatever. But I feel like everything has evolved into something, and that's what we're evolving in. With everybody has a screen in their hand all the time. Everybody has all that. We're getting to you're not going to be able to be seamless from electronic.
No, for sure. We're in
human.
the beginning phases of what is going to ultimately end up to be an artificial intelligence world, or at the very least a virtual reality world. Even VR
But
right
you'll live
now.
forever.
VR is so advanced. Virtual reality is so advanced. The new Oculus, the new Rift. You know, they're talking about indistinguishable realities between real reality and virtual reality is going to be indistinguishable in the next decade. You know, they're going to make VR so real that you won't be able to tell the difference between real life and VR.
Oh yeah, it's already to the point. Like video games are starting to get to the point where it's, you know, they've done such a good job that fucking mirroring reality that can you imagine what it's going to be like when you can't anymore? When you can't look and like, I don't know what's better. Fuck it. Fuck my life. I'm just going to live in this game.
Right.
That's what you're gonna have. You're gonna have all kinds of. I just want to watch this movie. I'm gonna watch this movie and be in this movie for the rest of my life.
Have you seen the South Park where that happened?
Yeah.
Have you seen the South Park where they got locked in virtual reality? Carmen's sitting there with a VR on his face for days.
Yeah, I've
thinking
seen
he's
that
in
one.
real life. Yeah, I feel like it could happen.
Have you seen?
I feel like it could happen.
Did you see the thing about the fire ants? I probably won't be able to find it. They did like a bunch of tests with these fire ants, and what they found is like when they're all together and all like bunched up, they like form together, like they put them in water and they try to smash it down.
Yeah.
They
Oh
form
yeah,
into a
yeah.
raft.
I have
they all
seen
hold
that.
each other.
Yep,
they
I have
form
seen
into
that.
like one solid mass, or like they try to press.
And
it
they float.
between them. Yes, yeah, they float. Yeah, as a mass. If not,
Yep.
if one by themselves would sink, but if they all hold on together, they can float. And then the other thing they showed, like they put them between these two things and they tried to smash them down, and they rolled out so they were flat.
Yeah.
Like they can form like a jelly. They can form and
They're
move
almost like a
around.
really thick liquid.
They
drove some. They had like a bunch of them in there in the pot or whatever, and they pushed something through them, and they spread out and they let it through almost like a liquid. Yeah, I saw what you're talking about.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
but it shows that they all communicate without even, you know, they don't make any words or anything, just like mentally.
Yep.
It's like
They do
it's
it-
almost like telepathy. It's like it's a pheromone or something.
they do it the same way that trees and plants do it. I don't know if you're a fan of Radio Lab.
Yeah,
if you've ever listened to Radio Lab.
Yeah,
but
I don't listen to as much as I should. Make me a lot smarter if I did.
Trees and plants do the same thing. They have they found that the roots of trees and plants have microscopic, I don't know if you'd call them tentacles or whatever, where they communicate with each other. You know, if one tree gets cut down, it kind of just it'll send via the root system. We'll send messages to the other trees saying, you know, something's wrong, something's going on over here, and it will kind of put these other trees in the area in distress. And it works the same way with plants, you know, and trees and forests and stuff, where they'll communicate with each other.
Yeah, I've seen that before. It's fucking amazing.
And I heard an entire Radio Lab podcast about it.
Yeah, but people, you know, we're at that easy thing where plants aren't real or plants aren't, you know, they don't have feelings or whatever. It's like, okay, it doesn't have a feeling, but it still knows what
Well,
it's
they
being
may
eaten.
not have emotions. They may not get sad and pissed off like we do. but they're definitely more in touch with each other than what we think.
And that's what I think about Machine, though, too, is about Machine. Like, we have to remember, Machine is not us. They're not human. So, like, if we don't program, like, yeah, they're going to be able to learn and adapt, whatever, but if you don't program certain things, they may never feel it. So, like, compassion and shit, like, wiping us out, they don't give a... You kill your kids, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I'm taking over this planet.
Mercy's not programmed.
You're an enemy. You and your 3-year-old or whatever is a fucking enemy. You're dead. I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. They're not.
They're not programmed for mercy.
Yeah, that's my scale. That's what worries me. That's what keeps me up at night, dude.
That's how all of nature is, dude. I think we as humans are the only species that have mercy or compassion, because nature is a bitch, man. Have you ever seen how animals kill other animals? Yeah. There's no mercy at all.
No, not at all.
No, I watched.
Eat it, fucking eat it.
Yeah,
from the asshole
kill it however you can kill it, and eat it however you can eat it, man.
While it's still alive, begging for its life, you fucking keep chomping it. You know?
Me and Megan sat down and watched the thing the other day. It was almost like difficult for her to watch how the Komodo dragons kill their prey.
Yeah. Dude,
they bite them. They bite them
around.
They bite them in the leg.
Poison.
They'll just barely get in their skin. They'll just bite them in the leg, and then they'll follow them around for weeks as they die of infection, and then they'll finally eat them when they die of infection.
Yeah.
Komodo dragon's a merciless bitch.
Yeah, Komodo dragon is poisons the motherfucker.
They just bite them ever so slightly, and then they end up they die of infection.
Dude, you ever heard of cats? You know how fucking bad cats can be? A cat bite can be? You ever heard of that? Oh, bro, let me inform you. Fucking, I've heard this. My cousin's wife. She's my cousin. She's worked as a vet tech for a long time, dude. She's fucking years. And it's really good at what she does. But she told me a long time ago, she said sometimes when a cat bites, their fangs, when they sink their fangs in and it hits bone, there's something inside their fang, there's something up in their gums that releases when they bite in or sink their teeth into something, that it's a bacteria. It's like something that cats have. And it's like venom. And this she told me that a long time ago, and I'm sorry that I'm not talking to my microphone. I'm sorry. I was in fucking Trey's microphone up in his face.
I'm looking pretty
good anyways,
over here with my freshly shaved face.
Yeah. You're looking like a little boy, a sad boy.
I look about 14.
Yes. I look like
I shaved down to bare skin recently for the first time in over a year.
Bare skin rug.
I got nothing. Anyway, cat bacteria.
Yeah. So, anyways, this cat, she told me that. She was like, dude, it can be really bad if they bite in and sink their teeth in or something in their gum line or something. I was like, that's fucking crazy. Fucking talked to this girl, dude, that I worked with, and she said that they had this cat or these two cats or something, but they were fucking fighting, and there was some girl there that I don't know if she was babysitting or if the mom was there with her, but she like tried to grab the cats when they were fighting, and the fucking one cat fucking turned around and bit her like 6 times in her arm. And I mean, they've been putting thousands and thousands of dollars into her. Her arm got infected. It's all infected. It's all fucked up. She's lost like a lot of feeling in her hand.
Is this just
like
a normal
nerves.
house cat?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Shit.
Yeah, dude. But it's something in the fangs, dude. When the fangs hit the bone, look it up. I'm looking it up right now because I know you motherfuckers try to say that.
Nature's crazy, man. All you got to do is have a Netflix subscription to know. I mean, watch some of the Planet Earth documentaries or the Life documentaries. Nature's a bitch, man. It's crazy some of the stuff that animals, insects can do.
And that's what I think they called cat bite fever. It's like cat bite infection. If it's a shallow bite, it's doubtful it'll be infected, but bites occur more common when it's a deep puncture and difficult to clean properly. As long as you've washed it out and put something like Neosporin on it, you should be fine. So it must not be easy to happen. But yeah, if it sinks in deep, there's something that gets infected.
If you get bitten in the right way and you don't clean it out.
Yep. And it doesn't go cleaned perfectly, you can get infected very easily.
You might be looking at a bad time.
It's real. I told you motherfuckers, I don't make this shit up. It's fucking
I'm
crazy.
looking at it right now.
Yep, that's
If it's
what
on the
cat
internet,
scratch.
it
That's
must
what
be
cat.
true.
Exactly. I found some site in like 5 seconds, so I know that's legit source.
Absolutely legitimate.
Check your fucking sources, people. You know, check your fucking sources. Did you see that almost trying to say almost half the men on Earth shave their legs? Did you see this?
No.
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
I don't either. I don't buy it 100%. I don't fucking, not even.
I've never met a man that shaved his
Me
legs.
neither.
No,
I
not
did.
even
I
once.
did know a guy when I was in high school that shaved his arms and his legs, and he was a fag. He wasn't really gay. He was just, I love him still to this day, but he's a douchebag. But, so, other than that, I don't know any man that's ever shaved his legs. There's one guy. I love him, but I don't know if he still does it. I hope not. I hope he learned.
No, I don't buy that shit.
No, not at all, dude.
I'm about to pull a rowdy. I gotta go piss.
Oh, you're good, man. But yeah, half of the fucking people, they said ever, fucking shaved his legs, or half the people on Earth shaved their legs. I don't know about that one. Not really fucking buying sink long and hooker. How good is this guy, huh? Fucking Trey Chamberlin. Fucking found a dead fucking body. Doing a job. You know, the shit that you find out when you fucking do these things, man, you just never know. That's what I love about it. It's just like, it's like whatever the fuck it is, we don't even fucking know. You know, we don't even fucking know what's going on. We don't even fucking care, because we just fucking living the dream. We living it up. You know, I don't give a fuck. I'm here just living the dream in the fucking RowdCAST studio. It's RowdCAST 91 in these bitches. We're getting so close to 100 people. I can't wait. Once we hit that 100 spot, I'm about to be living it up big time. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to get get a few people on here, so maybe for the 100th episode we can have like 4 or 5 people all in the studio hanging out. Maybe we take calls too, something like that. We'll figure it out. I gotta give it another beer though. Fucking, I drank a lot of beer. That means I'm doing shit the right way. I'm fucking drinking lots of beer. You need any more beer? You need another one?
That was a good one. I don't know. I still got to drive home.
Okay,
yet. I still
yeah.
have beer. This is probably.
I'm trying to.
This is my 4th 16 ouncer.
Yeah. See, I like to drink the 16 ouncers. That's how you know it has a little extra oomph on it.
Yep.
Put you in your place. Let you know. Make sure everything's going the way that it needs to go.
This is my 4th one, so probably gonna call it quits after this one.
Feel you, man. Feel you.
Just per the drive home.
Yeah.
If I didn't have an hour drive.
Understandable on that. Yeah, I got to live up here in the bumfuck Egypt, in the west side of Toledo. Try to find me, motherfuckers. Try to find me. I'm ready for you. Just know that, you little, you crazy sons of bitches. Fuck yeah, we're smoking a joint.
We'll still smoke this joint.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. So what else? What else you got? You got anything else lined up for us?
I don't know, man. I think we've pretty much covered it all.
Yeah. We're all over the place. That's for sure.
We were definitely all over the place, dude. I will say one more thing in regards to government assistance programs. And embarrassingly enough, and she's probably going to get mad at me for saying this, but I'll deal with it later. I'm 4 beers deep now, so I'll deal with my problems later. That's how it works, right? She'll probably get mad at me, but recently, Megan had I don't know how to put it. We applied for food stamps to see, what kind of help we could get. There was a point in time there for a while where money was tight, work was slow, and we thought, well, one of our biggest costs is food. Let's see what we can get for food stamps. And this was only a temporary situation, We're like, well, we'll apply for food stamps and see what we can get. And so she applied for food stamps. And come to find out, and this just goes to show you how easy it is to get hundreds of dollars of assistance. I mean, it just in the blink of an eye. We ended up getting, well, I say we, but it's really her. We got $194 a month in food stamps. This is a while back. You know, it's discontinued now. Things are better. Business has picked up, but we got $194 a month in food stamps, and this is before the baby. You know, we're talking. Yeah. She got, she told him she was pregnant, and she said, you know, they gave her emergency. Not only did they approve her immediately for the food stamps, but they gave her emergency assistance, which gives you like overnight shipping on a food stamp card that puts over $100 worth of food on a card that you get like the next day.
Wow.
And we didn't know any of this. You know, we just went into it as kind of a, well, let's experiment, and at the same time, you know, maybe we'll get some extra help. And yeah, she ended up getting an insane amount, which they found out, you know, she kind of lied a little bit to get what we got.
So what?
But everybody.
You think that you don't think everybody else lies?
Oh yeah, for sure. And it ended up, you know, that she ended up telling him, you know, she's got this job, and they found out about my income, and we lived together, and we were discontinued for obvious reasons, you know what I mean? But yeah. Just it goes to show that how easy somebody can, if just one of us can get close to $200 a month in benefits. I mean, just that easy. It took nothing. I mean, she literally put almost no effort, and we went on a shopping spree. Yeah. We went down to fucking Kroger, and we bought fucking hella good food at no cost to us on the government's dime. We only got the shit for 1 month, dude. We only got one installment of $194. That's all we got. But you know how many motherfuckers there are out there getting that every single month? That don't deserve it. Yeah. That don't deserve it.
Haven't worked a day in their life.
Yeah. And they're out there buying crab legs and fucking strip steaks.
Fuck up.
And my ass is working hard every day, man.
I keep fucking shit in your fridge, man.
I'm on a fucking black roof in 90-degree heat for 12 hours a day, and I'm still going home eating spaghetti.
Yep. Same, bro. And a ramen noodle or some shit.
It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting.
It is.
That 1 month.
I've seen that too in my line. I've went in like some duplexes in Toledo and shit that are all just... The people are abandoned the house, but they've left like clothes. Like, dude, I opened a room, and almost up to my knees, it was full of clothes. I could barely open the door. They just threw shit in there. They never washed their clothes. They just had new clothes. And then they had Gatorade, still Gatorade in their fucking kitchen, stacked almost to the fucking ceiling, just cases of Gatorade. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, the fuck? Like, the fuck? You know, it's just like, to me, that's the kind of shit where, that's where it's like, that's why all these people are so upset. That's why you have all these people rooting for Donald Trump and fucking, but Donald Trump's not the answer, dude. Donald Trump is not the fucking answer. But everyone is so fed up because that's what we see every day. Everything that we look at, it's like, well, why doesn't that make sense? Well, why doesn't that make sense? Oh, this doesn't make sense. Nothing fucking makes sense. Why are we doing the things that we're doing when everybody agrees that shit doesn't make sense?
No, it doesn't.
You know? But
I don't know. There's a lot of money in doing shit that doesn't make sense, apparently.
Absolutely. Well, it's because that thing that doesn't make sense, there's something behind it that's generating a lot of money for someone. So that's why. That's going to continue to keep doing what it's doing.
Somebody's getting rich off the bullshit that we see every day. Somebody's getting rich on it, and that's why it continues. Somebody knows all the right people and pays all the right people. And
the last thing that I want to talk about with you, or the last thing I have, did you see this Playboy model that died? Named Katie. I think her name was Katie May.
No, I haven't. No.
Okay. Well, she died like suddenly in like a couple days. Like she went to the hospital. She wasn't feeling well, and like the next day she died. And something like, I don't know if they thought it was like a blood clot of the brain or something. But what they've pretty much figured out now is that she went and had a massage a couple days before this. She had like a deep tissue massage, and when they were massaging her neck, they tore an artery. Somehow an artery got pierced in her neck, and she slowly bled out for the next couple of days and died.
No shit.
Yeah, from a fucking massage.
No, I haven't heard about that one.
Fucking crazy, bro.
That is crazy. I mean, I believe it.
Yeah, I'll show
I
you
think
the
crazier things.
I think
have
that was
happened.
on Vice too. I like Vice. Vice is my shit.
Vice is awesome.
Vice, because again, that's something that's unbiased news. They tell you, they let. I mean, you say in some ways they lean certain directions, but they let whoever's writing the shit fucking write it for themselves. Let's see if I can find this. I thought it was pretty close here.
Death from a deep tissue massage.
Yep. I think it was something like that. I want to say it was an artery. An artery got severed or something. It was like, what the fuck?
That had to be a rough massage.
You would think. Chiropractor did it. The good old chiropractor.
Oh, what a good-looking model she was.
She was a good-looking girl. Too bad.
I got a thing for blondes.
She died as a result of visiting the chiropractor for an adjustment, which left her with a fatal tear in an artery in her neck.
No shit.
Yeah, TMZ obtained a copy of Katie's death certificate, which clears up the huge mystery surrounding her death, her sudden death in February. She's drop dead, and says she died with a blunt force injury tore her left vertebral artery. So be careful when they're massaging that neck. Make sure you tell them, chill out, motherfucker. You're going a little too hard in the paint.
Next time you get a deep tissue massage,
you're going a little too hard in the paint, bro. You need to fucking chill out. You know what I'm saying?
Go mild on my neck.
Yeah, don't be getting too scary with it. But hey, Halloween's coming up. Any fucking big plans for Halloween, bro?
No, man, I really don't think so. We had a great Halloween costume, but she's not going to be pregnant enough in time to make the costume.
What's that?
You ever seen Trailer Park Boys?
Oh yeah.
Well, we were going to go as Leahy and Randy from Trailer Park Boys, and she was going to be Randy with that big old belly of hers.
That'd be great.
And she was going to like glue some hair on her belly, you know, and wear the really tight pants and no shirt. And I was going to walk around as Leahy in my fucking khaki outfit and my liquor bottle, but her belly just isn't going to be big enough to pull off Randy in time for Halloween. She's just not quite pregnant enough, but if the timing would have been better, she would have made a great Randy.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to probably do anything for Halloween. I'll probably get drunk. She'll probably sit at home and get mad at me for getting drunk, and that's going to be our Halloween.
Yeah, well, I'll probably be doing the fucking exact same thing. We talked about maybe handing candy out, but you know, a lot of people are like, why don't you come trick or treat with me? It's like, my baby's not even 1 year old. Like, he doesn't need to. What am I gonna do? Take him around to houses? And they're like, well, you get the candy. Like, I don't want to I don't like candy. Like, why? I'm all about Halloween, but it's like, I'm not gonna just take my baby around when he doesn't even know what's going on. That doesn't even make sense. Yeah. I'd rather just take him to his grandparents' house and show in a costume.
Yeah,
and like show him that, you know.
Less than what, 3 years old is probably too young for Halloween, I would imagine, right?
I would think so. I don't know.
I mean,
maybe I'm fucking old fashioned. I don't fucking
understand Halloween before you're at least of age of walking, right?
Yeah. I would fucking at least think.
No, we don't have any plans.
Yeah,
no plans.
I'm the same, but I love Halloween, dude. I love watching horror movies. I love the fucking creepy shit.
Yeah,
you know, fucking. I'm all about Halloween, but
I love the vibe that Halloween brings for sure.
Definitely.
I love the scary movies and the Jason and Freddy and all that stuff.
So
I think that's awesome. But
so do I.
I think I'm a little beyond dressing up and
me too,
and going out and partying, man.
I had some cool outfits back in the day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was Coach Nasani one year.
Coach Nasani.
I was fucking I was Silent Bob. I was fucking. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones I had. I had some good ones.
I was a '70s porn star one year.
That's nice.
Got some clothes from Goodwill. Had a big old chest pubes coming out of my chest. I wore a man thong all night. It was like 40 degrees outside. I had my ass cheeks were hanging out.
It was a good time. It was a good,
yeah, we're talking BG days.
The good years, man. The good years.
The good years.
Well, Trey, dude, I really appreciate you coming on here and bullshitting the night. I feel like we and you could have probably talked all fucking night, really.
Absolutely, dude. But, I had a good time.
Hell yeah, man.
Well worth the drive up here, man.
Thank you, man. You got anything else you want to plug or anything you want to talk about? You getting your podcast off the ground, or are you gonna? Anybody will be able to hear it, or can they find it anywhere? Because I'm interested. I want to hear it.
Yeah, for sure. It's called All Walks of Life because that's who we talk to. All walks of life. But as far as getting it out there right now, it's kind of at a standstill. I'm really busy with the jobs that actually make me money right now.
Understandable.
Versus
Podcasting is free.
Podcasting is not making me a dime right now.
The free 99. Welcome to Rowdy's Life.
And with a baby on the way, these jobs that don't make any money, podcasting, I'm kind of putting them on hold right now. So maybe here going into the winter, going into the slow months, maybe we'll pick it back up and get it out there. But until then, no. Unfortunately, we're at a standstill.
Well, keep us posted.
But we'll do, man. As soon as it picks back up and I get back into it, probably like I said, going into the slow season here, I'll let you know. I'll get some out there.
Cool, man. Well, again, man, appreciate you. You've been a pleasure. It's been easy to fucking talk with you. You know what you're talking about. And you're welcome back anytime. We'll do this again soon. All right?
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
Awesome.
Adios, amigos.